Arabic. How much funds, if any, will I need to be spending on that sort of thing to ensure
No,
that I have?
unless there's something that says so.
Hmm.
Typically, I just say your standard adventuring gear that you need, you're going to have on hand to do what you need
Gotcha.
to do. Um, but if there's some, yeah, and actually, I would say at this level, even if it's like
Hmm.
1,000 gold piece gem for identify or something like that, whatever,
Oh,
or whatever, right? Whatever that particular item is, right?
okay.
If you have that spell, then I'm going to assume you have the spell components necessary for that spell. That's
Right.
sort of above and beyond what you would have to buy to equip yourself. Like, I'm talking rings, staff, wand,
Gotcha.
whatever. And this
Hey
is,
everyone.
hey, Sir Charles, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
Wayward Ronin, group Wayward Ronin.
What's up, everyone?
Hello.
Now I'm gonna have to
Hello.
go back to the in game and
Hello.
see how Charlie just threw off my. Yes, he did. Thanks, brother. But that's
Sorry,
okay.
I'm still trying to get the hang of this whole thing.
No. What happens is on this layout, I actually have to go in and adjust people manually based on the layout in Discord of the cameras. And so as soon as you came in, it changed the layout a little bit of how the cameras are displayed in Discord. Now I've got to go to the game and actually readjust those people that I've got out on camera to
Oops.
yeah. Pieces. Oops.
Hmm.
I don't think it really takes me that much, but it's just annoying a nuisance. Should be a better way to do this, but apparently there isn't. He's good. Charlie, you gonna stream on cam or you gonna stay off cam? I just need to know.
Uh, Probably stay off camera because I don't know what I'm doing yet.
That's fair. Welcome to the club.
Nobody knows what
Okay.
they're doing.
All right.
Especially me.
Great. I'll fit in perfect.
I haven't done 1E in many a moon, so
I'm even using an Apple computer. I've never used an Apple computer before. Well, that's not true. But back in the 80s, I did. But
I'm gonna use mine, but I want to react with Bobby.
cool. All right. So Charlie, give me a sound check, just so I can
Sound
make sure.
check.
Cool. Adam, give me a sound check.
Sound check 1, 2, 3.
I just want to make sure your icons are lighting up so people know, since you're not on cam, they'll at least know who's talking.
Makes sense.
Cool. I dig it.
this is a test of the MC system. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. Test complete.
Man, is that a flashback and a half?
Oh man,
That's why I did it.
way too professional for me. So I'll just say sound check. Hey, can you freaking hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yep. The big thing for me is I wanted to make sure that I have the right images and the right IDs associated with the icons. And
Oh yeah.
now that I know Adam has Adobe, then I'm gonna make him do all my pretty icons. He's gonna make everything pretty for me because he's
Oh no, more work.
because he's professional at that. Yep. So for those that weren't here earlier, like I said, the goal was really just to kind of get characters created tonight, get characters equipped tonight. It's gonna be probably a clusterfuck, but we'll see how it goes.
Fun clusterfuck.
Yeah,
It's my favorite kind of thing.
exactly. Clusters are my friend. A couple minutes before 7, I'll kick off the stream starting. 7 o'clock we go live. Introductions all around, and then like I said, if you haven't already logged into Owlbear Rodeo,
I tried to. It asked me for a password.
Yep. If you came in the chat once in a while, you'd see that the password is right there in the chat. So if you go to the general chat for here, I literally just posted it a couple minutes ago. It's session 0_May 2021, I think is what it is. But you can just copy and paste it.
Wait a minute. The general chat board?
Yeah. No, if you go to this channel, and there's a text channel called General. If you click that, the last post should have been me posting the password to the.
Oh, I see it.
Yep. Monkey, you going live on us?
I'm live on you.
I'm seeing your camera,
Success.
or I see
I'm testing it.
your desktop, I should say. I don't see you.
No, I'm here.
That's pretty funny. I like it.
What an angle.
Oh. Hang on. I'm gonna. Oh man. All right. See your.
So that's the Twitch feed on the middle screen there.
Yeah. All right.
Huh.
So now
I don't know.
Now I got to go in and fix this again because Monkey is now in where Valorius was on my screen.
Oh, I was gonna do live so you can get it set, and then I was gonna go off. Should I not do that?
Yeah, just go ahead and go off. I want to see how it's laid out because if you're not going to be on,
I'm not right now anyway. I'm not.
yeah, yep, that's much better. Cool.
Sorry about that, but
No, you're good. It's just suddenly it's weird because as soon as when you went live, it moved you over between.
Yeah, I saw it. Hilarious. I looked behind me.
Yeah, I was like, why did that move all of a sudden? That was pretty weird. So anyway, 7 minutes and counting. If you have anything you want to do.
You have one more thing you need to do.
What? What do I need to do?
You need to post the countdown timer in Gray Chat.
Oh, yeah, I guess I could do that.
Come on now.
Yeah. I haven't.
Work that hype train.
Yeah. Not me.
Are you streaming and recording, or just streaming?
No, I'm just streaming. It automatically records for me. Oh, why is that showing that up there? That kind of bugs me. That's why. That's why. I forgot that I'm live, and so on the on the board there's a way that I can do behind the scenes stuff, and then I can manually push the next scene across. But if I don't do that, everything that I click starts broadcasting live. That's why I'm looking out there. I'm like, why are we showing up there? But because I'm a retard.
Right now you have the standby screen. That's what I see on the other.
Yeah. Now it's back to standby. Before it was. So.
Just imagine this horribly calm female voice, like the countdown to the nuclear blast in Alien. And there you go.
37, 36,
Yep.
35.
That's pretty good.
Thank you. If it is of no inconvenience to you, Dungeon Master, do you think perhaps I could get a text channel to store my character information in on the Discord?
Yeah, we could.
Doesn't need to have any special permissions or anything, just something I can type in. I would really hate to be alt-tabbing and looking through like 50 different windows to find my stuff. Yeah.
Hey, wait a minute. If he gets one, I won't. No, I'm just kidding. I don't like things that are free, except for enemas. But I haven't played 1E in 25 years or something like that.
Yeah, I'm at about 30 years. Yeah.
I haven't played 1E at all.
Oh.
This is going to be a new experience for me, and I'm looking forward to it.
played 5e. That's it.
Boom, 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 boom.
Lord help me if I get mixed up.
Guess that's a good thing to talk about in the introduction, right? To everybody what you've played, what you haven't played, I guess would be good.
Yeah, something along those lines.
Yeah, do we want to do that live, or do we want to do that now before we
No,
get
we'll
out of
do it on-
standby?
We'll do it on cam.
All right.
Audience will have some idea who we are.
I am nobody.
You're a super special nobody, though.
No, that's my character's name, nobody.
Oh, there you go.
Just kidding. I wouldn't do that to you, Sean.
You were gonna pull the Odysseus move on us all. Nemo.
My guy's name is Shipmate.
Okay, I did.
Sorry,
math.
I'll stop with the Navy humor.
Mine's 31 years or 32. I did the math wrong.
Wait a minute, Sean. You got your crew's hit points on the left-hand side.
Yeah, no. I don't know other than I'll have to go in and disable. I'm not going to worry about it tonight.
Okay.
For the actual game, I actually have to disable that add-in. There's a D&D
Gotcha.
Beyond add-in, so.
Hey, Tino, can you speak again?
Why, yes, I can.
Okay, you're a little bit faint. To me, at least.
I think it's to you. I think. Am I faint to everybody else?
You're low, but not.
A little faint.
Yeah, that's what I meant. The volume's a little low on you.
Okay,
Yep.
what I'll do is switch to my headset, maybe.
Yeah, stream starting.
2 minutes, 35 seconds.
This is my debut on Twitch, so if anybody wants autographs, I'll be sticking around a little later. Let me know.
It's my second time on Twitch.
How about now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, better. Yeah.
All right, I went to headset. Okay, what should I be looking at? See out there, rodeo map.
You have multiple screens,
Yeah.
then have them all up. Everything.
Yeah, I'm just going to Twitch view. It's like a few seconds behind too, of course. So it's real confusing hearing myself talk while I'm trying to speak. Mute the stream or have a bad time. Your choice.
And there we go. We are live. Finally, it took me a while to get this thing figured out, but I've actually got it figured out. I think I've got people set correctly where they're supposed to be for those that
Yay!
are actually streaming. We've got 2 people on cam. We got a few people that don't want to be on cam because something about breaking the internet, but I don't know. Welcome everybody to session 0 of Perrenland Adventures. This is actually just an idea that I had. I want to run an adventure for Greyhawk Con coming up in October, and I have an adventure I want to run, so I thought I'd ask a few players to gather around the table and throw the dice around and sort of run a playtest for me. This is going to be a 1E, different from our typical Friday night 5E game. We got a plethora of 1E experience here, ranging from someone who has never played 1E before. Adam, raise your hand. Tell everybody hello.
Yeah, I have never played 1E before.
Well,
I'm
gonna
excited for
tonight. Yes, and
I'm excited for the new experience.
If it's any consolation, I haven't actually run 1E since probably right before I joined the Navy in 1985. So most of the time I did 2E while I was in the Navy. Did a little 3E, but other than that, it's lately it's been 5E. So there's probably going to be a lot of bumps and bruises along the way, but that's why we do this, just to have fun and let people make fun of us as we go. So I'm going to go around the horn here. Let's just kind of start off with what I call player 1 in my player 1 slot. Monkey, you want to kind of give us a little intro to yourself, a little bit of background about different versions you may have played or not played, and what are you looking to play during this adventure?
I assume that's me.
Monkey.
Okay, I wasn't sure who was what.
I'm
Okay,
sorry.
yeah. I haven't played since 1990, and I was fresh out of high school. Played probably since I was in junior high, off and on. Played down the street with my friend's father. He gathered all of us up, and we played. And then once I went to school, I hadn't played in a long time. I just recently got back into it about I would say 2 years ago, with a buddy of mine that I play in a band with, and he played 5e. He's a streamer as well, and we went over to his house and started playing. And I liked the game, so now it took me a while to learn the rules, but now I'm gonna have to go backwards and relearn the old rules now since I got the new rules down a little bit. So, but I'm excited playing. I appreciate you inviting me to play
Oh, no problem.
today and test out your stream and everything. And it's good to be able to play with some players that know the game and some new players. So
Awesome.
thank you.
So next up on the agenda is Adam. Adam is actually, he and I have gamed face to face, both of us being in Central Florida here in Orlando. He's been in a couple of my campaigns, all of Greyhawk, of course. So Adam, kind of give us a little bit about your background in your gaming, and then kind of what you're looking for this particular game.
Sure. So my first experience playing tabletop RPGs was actually with Mutants and Masterminds, not D&D at all. About maybe 5 or 6 years ago, I don't know. And shortly, I transitioned over to D&D 5th edition and have been in love ever since. I've tried some other editions, 3.5. I've tried Pathfinder. I've played a few other game systems that I'm not going to go into too much here. And I've always wanted to try D&D First Edition, so I'm really excited to be doing that tonight. Honestly, I don't really have any expectations other than I'm just gonna do my best and try to have some fun and see what happens.
Well, like I said, join the crowd, man. It's been a while for a lot of us. Some of us play relatively consistently, 1E, 2E, whatever, but yeah, it's going to be new for me too. I have no doubt in my mind that I'm going to start having 5E flashbacks as I'm trying to figure out, or adjudicate something. So, all right, Cannibal, man, talk to us, brother. Give us a little bit of your background. Tell us kind of your story, if you will.
Well, I started out playing 1E and some 2E back in the day, 1980. And then moved on, played some Riffs a little bit also while I was in the Navy. and some 1E at the very beginning. Then just got too busy, and I had a long sabbatical from gaming because of the career. Retired, and my last time I played, I was able to play in Les's game during Gary Con. That was my welcome back baptization again into the world of D&D, and
Survive.
yes, I did, and it was very fun. Yes,
Man.
and
Les, talk to me. What's going on?
I know, man. They were good players. They were really good, smart players.
Awesome. All right, okay. Is that it? Anything else that we need to know before pressing on to He Who Should Not Be Named, Valdran the Whisper?
and I plan to play a cleric for this adventure.
Nice. Any particular pantheon?
Paylor.
Nice. I dig it. All right, Les, you're up, man. Talk to us. Give us a little background.
Hey. My name is Les, and I've been playing D&D since I was a child, and I became really fascinated with photographs of all the miniatures and the rule books, and my parents got me Keep on the Borderlands and Monster Manual, and it just grew from there. I played 2nd edition. I recently played 3.5 for the first time in Jonathan's Zeef Living Greyhawk revival. And I've played 5th edition, and I actually DM a fairly long-running campaign. It's up to session 64. The 5th edition game, which should be wrapping up, and then starting another campaign, which will be building on the ruins and aftermath that my players have left behind.
Where are you guys gaming at? Where at?
We were. It was a bunch of people that I'd met mostly through the local game store. They were looking for DMs. I volunteered. I started a Greyhawk campaign there, and we switched to virtual during the pandemic.
Where
we switched to Twitch. Mostly the Wild Coast with digressions into Divers and the city of Greyhawk itself, and the Pomage.
Everybody adventures there. That's why I started Perrenland Adventures, because I've always done Central Flannis. I've never done, and of course the West, right? But I've never done North or East. So it's either Raddick or something there, Lordship the Isles maybe, or something like that, or Perrenland, and I went the Perrenland route. So sweet.
Yeah, it was a good introduction, I think, for the new players too, because they got to become familiar with some of the names that most of us old-time Greyhawkers take for granted.
So apparently I am extremely weak as far as my audio coming across. I don't know why. It seems to be coming across okay to you guys. I don't know. I'll try to work on it as we go along, but as long as the players can hear me, and as long as you guys can hear the players, I think we're all right. All right, Valorius, man, talk to us.
I've been playing D&D first edition. A little bit of basic to start, actually, in 1980, 81. Played basic for about a year, and then went to AD&D, first edition. Played that, and then switched to 2E for about 2 years, and I think I stopped playing around 1990, 91, and then I didn't play again until about 3 years ago, I think it is, and I started playing 5E. Right now I'm in still in that 5E campaign, and I'm also in a 2E Ravenloft campaign, which is still close to 1E, and it brought back a lot of memories of the game for me, so I'm really enjoying that Ravenloft one right now. And I am playing a human fighter, nothing fancy.
Hey, that's all you need, man.
From Grand Duchy of Geoff, or Jeff, however you say it. And looking forward to getting to know you guys better and having some fun here. Yeah.
Cool. All right. And last but not least, my pal Wayward Ronin, Charlie. Charlie, talk to us a little bit, man. Tell us a little bit about your background, gaming-wise, and what brought you here to us. Besides me, obviously. Ronan, you with us? I think.
Did you guys want more or something? I don't know what. I got nothing much else to tell.
Nope. Can you
I
guys?
got my setting here ready to go anytime.
Can you guys
I
hear me?
think our dungeon master has muted himself.
Ah.
Can you hear me now? Uh-oh.
I can only hear you on Twitch.
You can't hear me. That's no.
Is everybody here in the U.S. In this group? I'm in Canada and Ontario myself.
Test, test, test. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? No. Can you? All right. Maybe I got to shorten my mic somewhere, man. I don't know. What about out on Twitch? Is it coming through out on the channel now? Because it looks like my mic is bouncing up and down like it's supposed to. Still way low. Yeah, I think there's. I don't know. I think I broke my mic somewhere sometime, but I'm gonna have to buy a new microphone. Yeah. Well, they're saying that it's way low with them on Twitch, so I don't know. But I just want to make sure you guys can hear me here. That's all that I really worried about. I'm not worried about the stream. So I was just saying, Ronan, are you with us? Hey, all right, man. So you're up, brother. Talk to us a little bit. Hmm. Oh, that's why.
I like to play human paladin. Maybe from the shield lands. Worshipping Hieronius.
Okay. Was that just me, or did everybody else hear that? Did you guys not hear that? I got a lot. Sorry, I was getting a lot of feedback, so I'm trying to, as you guys are talking, I'm trying to figure out my audio. Can you hear me? Yep. Okay. What about out on Twitch? Do I sound any better? Because I looked at my audio capture here, and it was set to something that it wasn't supposed to be set to. So I don't know what happened with the.
On Twitch, you're coming through really quiet,
Right.
and compared to everyone else.
Yeah.
On here, you're coming through at an okay volume. There's a lot of echo. Are you using a different mic on Discord?
No, it's the same. All it's doing is taking audio from Discord and routing it through. So I was trying to figure out, what was going on, and when I checked my audio output, it was, for whatever reason, it was set to something it wasn't supposed to. So I'm doing my settings right now. So just bear with me just a second.
Quality from when you started,
Mm-hmm.
and the problem happened, and now your quality is much different. Sounds like you're more low now.
Yep. Any
Yeah.
better?
Sounds like you're in like a tunnel.
Yeah.
Oh god, that feedback on Twitch was really bad.
Yeah, I know.
I just heard it. I'm gonna mute Twitch for now. But on Twitch, you're coming through. Your audio quality is great, but it's really quiet. Everyone else is really loud. Here, you sound like you're in the middle of a.
Yeah, I don't
and
know.
I'm not sure why that is.
I really don't know. It seems like every time that I go to stream, something different happens, and I have to go through and play with everything in order to get it correct. So let's try that. Check, check. Yes, I can hear. It sounds like it's in a box, right? Is that what you're hearing
Yeah.
too? Yep.
On Discord, yes.
Yep. Anybody listening out on the channel? Because I'm setting some things to default here just to see if I can.
I can hear. Let me go to my other computer.
Yep. Let me. I just want to try to finish up this audio. Again, all I really concern myself with is that you guys can hear me. I'd really wish the channel or the stream could hear me, even if it's a little bit weak. Try to jack up my microphone a little bit. See if that helps at all.
Check, check.
I mean,
Yeah, it sounds like
sounds
the
the same.
Twitch audio is. It sounds like the Twitch audio is really low.
Right. And
And when I say
check, check.
all everybody's main
All right.
main volume.
Why is it's like I'm talking in a box now? This is just, tell you what, man. I'm gonna have to change. I'm gonna have to use what Jay uses. Go to XSplit or something because it seems every single time I have a stream,
Something happens. All right, that cut it down a little bit. That sounds a little better. Now let's see about this.
It sounds like you sound really good in Discord now.
What about now? Any better?
Yeah, Discord's coming through great now.
Hey, you're really crisp.
All right, good.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm switching my switching the settings and stuff. Oh, there goes back to a box. Let's bring this back down. Yeah, now I have to actually play with some of these settings. All right, move this up. Nope, that's in the box again. And I can actually see I have the little indicators on here going up and down, and it's telling me I'm in the green. But if I go just a little too far, suddenly it's like in a box, and I don't like that sound. So, all right. Worst case scenario, it sounds like crap out on Twitch. At least you guys can hear me. So let's kind of go here, right? So first thing we obviously need to do is get the dice roll for stats out of the way. But what I wanted to do is kind of give you guys a background I know most of you guys already know what kind of character you want to play. But I am going to give you just sort of this, the 10,000 foot view of what this particular scenario is about, because that's going to kind of help you dictate spell selection. It's hopefully going to help you dictate equipage, etc. Right? So if you've never heard of the Mist Marsh, it's actually a swampland just south of the free city of Greyhawk. And back in the golden days, it was actually not swamp yet. So we're talking millennia ago and further back, it was actually fairly fertile ground. And various keeps and castles and stuff were built and stuff. And in particular, the dwarves had a very big presence in the area. And so, way back in the day, there were various dwarven clans that kind of populated the hills and the mountains in the area, and included some of this fertile land where they had some keeps. And so recently, you guys have been summoned to Blackwall Keep in search of coin, because there's been a lot of weird things going on in the marsh. And from all of the sages and what they've been able to find out is that there is an ancient keep that belonged to a lost dwarven clan that is rumored to be out in the swamp. And so they have hired various adventuring parties to go search for said lost keep. And so that's what brought you guys to Blackwall Keep. That's what brought you together as a group, and that is where technically the adventure begins. For the scenario we're going to be running, we're going to bypass the whole search through the swamp thing, and you guys, whenever we start to play, it's going to be just like a tournament. You are going to be arriving, having found the ruins in the middle of the Mist Marsh. So when you think of ruins, you think of ancient dwarven culture, you think of anything that could have laid this thing low in the past. You just think about what are some of the things you may or may not find in the swamp, including up to and including dragons, undead, you name it, right? So that's kind of the backdrop scenario. And so That's kind of the gist of the adventure of you guys just sort of, it's a hack and slash sort of your way through finding these ruins and then going find out what's behind all this weird stuff that's been happening in the swamp that they believe is emanating from these ancient ruins. So, with that said, I know we've discussed prior to today some of the character classes, etc. We haven't really discussed race as much, but that's a moot point once we get going. Um, but I know we've talked about sort of the classes and stuff we want to play. So what we're going to do is, for those that can see the VTT, that's actually a dice um, board. Unfortunately, Owlbear Rodeo doesn't let you see the dice rolls um, unless I roll them, right? So I can sit here and I can roll the dice and I can re-roll the dice and it'll show up there. But when the players roll, the players won't or theirs won't be seen. But we will see in the where the players' names are, we
I
will
see it.
actually see the dice, um, the result, right? So, um, for example, Cannibal, he just rolled his dice and it shows a 13 for whatever he rolled, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to start. Um, who came in as Spider? Anybody? Nobody? Nobody came in as Spider?
Spider?
Yeah.
That's me.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So
Yeah.
so our do you want to roll
What?
the dice, Charlie, or do you want me to roll dice for you?
Can't even see where you roll the dice.
All right. So if you look next to the word party, there's a little
Huh?
icon, a little
Click on that.
rectangle. You click it, and it opens up the dice box. And then you should
Okay.
see the dice along the left-hand side. What you need to do, however, the very last icon is a little circle, looks like a globe with a slash through it. You need to click it so the slash goes away, and that will allow, whenever you roll the dice, that'll allow it to be displayed to everybody. So we'll be
Okay.
able to see the result. Okay, so you can see where the die 6 is. Basically, just click that 4 times, um, and it'll roll the 4 separate dice.
Yep.
All right, so you ended up with a total of a 19. You need to drop the low,
A
drop
2.
a 2, so you got a 17 for your first roll. Hang on, I'm writing these down so I can kind of keep track of them too.
Good.
All right,
Good,
so
good start.
yep.
Mm-hmm.
So you rolled a
Mhm.
17, and now instead of having to click the 6 again, at the very bottom right-hand side, you should see the re-roll icon.
I see it.
If you just click it and just re-roll it,
Okay. Ouch.
okay.
Not good.
We'll drop the low.
10.
So you got a 10, okay.
Next. Seriously?
Drop the low.
9.
9. Well, you got at least one good stat. You're good. All right. Ooh,
Drop the
nice.
low is 15.
15. Very good. Okay.
Okay.
2 more.
Oh, hell no.
Okay, that as one rule that I have is you cannot have a stat lower than an 8. So you re-roll this for
Okay.
free. Unless you want to be a guy with a 3. That'd be funny. Okay.
It's like 12 here.
12. Okay. And
Yeah.
last one.
Uh,
Drop
10?
the low at 10. Okay. All right, so you got a 17, 10, 9, 15, 12, 10. 1, 2, 3, yep, 6. All right, so.
Not bad.
Except I have to put the 17 into charisma just to be a paladin.
Yep, well, we'll go through as far as classes and assigning stats after everybody rolls, but give yourself an opportunity to kind of go through those numbers. Did you write them down? If not, I can say them again and you can write them down.
Same again.
All right, 17,
Uh-huh.
10,
Mm-hmm.
9,
Mm-hmm.
15,
Mm-hmm.
12,
Mm-hmm.
10. Just go ahead and
Okay.
kind of think about now when you I allow you to put the stats in wherever you want them, right? So you just kind of think about that, and then we'll go on to the next. All right, who's our awakened shrub? You guys kill me.
That might be me. It says
Yeah.
you.
So I see. So when you come in, it gives you a random name. And so if you click the little pencil icon at the bottom, it lets you edit your name and you can put whatever name you want. So if you wanted to put your character name or your Discord name or whatever that you wanted to. So all right, I like it. All right, Brodus, go ahead and roll your dice.
That was 3 ones, but now change it to a 3.
Just roll the 4 6 sided, and then you just have to re-roll them. So.
I did roll 4.
Oh, I know what you got. I'm sorry. Did you at the on the tray? If you look at the bottom of the tray, there's a little globe. It has a slash through it. You need to click it so it's no longer slashed. Otherwise, we won't be able to see your dice rolls. All right. So 9. What's your lowest? Drop the low. What does that make it?
8.
Ooh, bare minimum. Okay.
Okay, let me write these down while we're talking too.
Okay.
All right, and then the re-roll is this thing that is
Yeah,
on the
it's
bottom
about
right.
on the bottom right hand. That way just prevents you from having to click 4 dice again. So the bottom right hand, there's a little like, there you
13.
go. What is it?
13.
Okay.
11.
Okay.
Switch to a fighter. Oh yeah, definitely got the switch to a fighter. 8.
Oh man.
Oh, I'm gonna play it. That's gonna be great.
That's a spirit.
10.
10.
And the last one is 13.
Oh, that was a good roll. 16 too. 13.
Yeah.
All right. So you can keep those. I will tell you at the end after we do racial adjustments and stuff. I let people do 2-for-1 swaps, right? So you can take 2 points off of one stat to add 1 to another, as long as you don't drop it below an 8. So it doesn't give you much to go on, but
Yeah, I'll definitely have to be a new class because the class I picked.
So that's totally if you want. I have no problem if you want to roll a new set, a whole new set, but you only get to do it one more. Right. So if you roll a new set, you'll have to take one of the 2 sets. I'll let you choose which one you want.
Want to do it now or wait?
No, we'll go do it now. We'll go one character at a time. So yeah.
Okay, here I go for second set. Wish me luck.
Nope.
Oh no.
That's a freebie. You can't go below 8. So.
Okay, so what do I do? Roll them all again?
Yeah, just re-roll. Yeah, you can't go below 8. So.
Okay, that's 12. It's 10. 15.
That's better.
Yeah. 13. 15. Last roll. 13.
13.
Yeah, I'll have to take the second set. I mean, I can take the first set if you want me to.
No. You take. I told you. I'll give you the option of taking the other, man.
All right.
I want you to be able to playable, man. All right.
Okay.
All right, Valdrin.
Hey. This should be fun. Let's see.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
I like it.
Yep, that's going to be a 12 then.
Okay. Yeah, this is always the scariest part about 1E.
And let's go. Oops, sorry.
Yeah, I saw
I
that.
got 5.
Ooh, I like it. 27. That's a pretty damn good roll, dude.
Yeah, I know. I accidentally rolled 5. I'll tell you what. I'll drop the last one. So it was 6664.
So you got an 18?
Yeah.
All right, I'll have to trust you, but okay.
I can take a screenshot if you want.
Nah, dude, you're good. I just
Let's see.
Yeah, and I actually can click on it and show me the roll, so it'll show me what it is. You know, you don't have to erase it. You can always just click
force of habit with
yeah,
the other.
yeah. No, you're good.
Let's see. So that would be 814.
Yep. Should have had you roll for monkey.
That's going to be 7, 4, 11.
Okay.
And that's going to be 9.
I like it. One more.
And let's see.
See if you can get another 18 and you can give one to monkey.
Close, man. 17.
Nice.
That's a good one.
That's good too, man. You're gonna have a badass cleric.
Thief.
Or thief, I mean. Sorry.
Yeah. Excellent.
All right. Give me just a second. I gotta finish it.
Yeah, what were those numbers again? Since I didn't.
12,
Mm-hmm.
18, 14, 11, 9, 17.
Nice.
Yep.
Wow.
I like
Can I
it.
just steal his stats?
Yeah, exactly. All right, Valorius, come on down.
All right. It's not too bad. So 13.
13, yep.
17.
Nice.
12. 13. 17.
Wow.
One more.
And 14. 13.
Awesome.
Yeah, 13. Yeah.
Man, you got like the same thing every time. I like it. Good. Nice. All right.
Thank you.
So
I'll be here all week, guys.
I'm just saying, whenever we need something done and a check made, we're gonna go right to Valorius to roll the dice for us.
I can tell you guys, don't do that.
Used up all your luck for the week?
I have a long history of very bad rolling.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Cam?
It's not too late. Could I do a do-over too after
What?
everyone else?
What? Because you got two good stats, and actually, well, three if you go to 12. You got two good stats in there, man. You got a 17 and a 15.
Yeah, but I have to put the 17 in charisma.
Yeah, and
which
put
makes
15,
me
15 in strength. Should be.
I was thinking dexterity, but other than that, he's just
Well, you can't have 17s across the board. I mean, we'll have to look at it and see. But so far, I think those are pretty decent.
I think I'd like to check and see if that even
1E.
meets paladin requirements.
Yep, we'll check
minimum.
and see. We will check and see.
That's what I'm concerned about.
Okay, we'll check to make sure.
Okay.
All right, Troy. Oh, there we go.
It's 11.
Okay.
16.
Nice.
$14.
You don't have your player's handbook handy, do you, Charlie?
Nope.
All right.
I
I
have
have
mine
mine
handy.
handy. I have mine.
Okay,
Ooh,
thanks.
reroll.
Okay. Can somebody look up the paladin requirement for stats just really quick? I got it handy. I don't have it handy. I've got it, but it's in the background.
Well, each of the ability charts that has minimum strength required for whatever
Yeah.
race or class.
16 again. Damn. Look at these guys roll.
15.
15. No, that's 16, isn't it?
I thought it was 15.
No, it was 16 because it was the low die was a 1 and you got a 17. Low die was a 1, so you got a 16 on that.
And 11.
11. Okay. One more, sir.
No, that's it. 11,
Oh, is it?
16, 14, 16, 16, 11.
Oh, I missed the other 16. Okay. Yep. All right, cool. Man, look at you guys. Some seriously good rolls for some of you. All right, Aethernalis, Adamo.
All right. My stats are going to be great, or they're going to be terrible. Let's see which.
Yeah, well, if it
All right,
was
I got the
5e
4
game,
here.
if it was a nice, look at this.
Okay,
It's
okay.
15.
It's 15. That'll be 13.
You've always had luck with electronic dice.
You're not wrong. All right. There's a 13. That I'm gonna have to re-roll because that is a 7.
Yep.
That is not much better. It's an 8.
At
least
it's the minimum.
Minimum requirements.
There you go. What's your dump stat?
Oh, okay.
To my
Okay.
world.
Okay. I'll take that 17 there.
Nice.
Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So just one more, right?
That is correct.
Okay. Okay. That's another 15.
Good. Very good. All right, so we have our stats. So for those of you that are sure of what your character class is going to be, which I think everybody is, but we're going to verify Ronan to make sure that he's got the paladin requirements down.
What? Could you read off Ronan's
Yeah.
skills that he got?
Yeah. 17, 10, 9, 15, 12, 10.
If you allow it, DM, I'll trade him my rolls for his rolls, and I can still play a cleric with that.
Yeah, I'm flexible.
If you want to do that. If not, then it's fine.
You know, it's a play test, so that's fine because what I intended on doing is taking these characters and making them pre-gens for when they actually run it. So if you want to do that, that's fine. We can do that. So
Okay.
So Ronan, your stats are gonna be 11, 16,
Just bring it down from
14, 16, 16, and 11. And you're going to end up with 17, 10, 9, 15, 12, and 10. All right. So, the one thing that you're going to have to do, Ronan, in order to have that 17 for the Paladin's Charisma, you're going to have to take 2 points off of one of your stats, and that'll allow you to add 1 point to one stat to give you that 17. So I guess the first thing is, well, let me kind of start back at the top. Monkey, what are you going to put in for your strength? Which stat's going to your strength?
Well, that's hard to say. I have to put a 15 in there at least.
Okay. 15 strength. What about your intelligence?
Well, I need to save that. For that intelligence, I have. Man,
And the rest of y'all, you can start sort of lining up your stats however you want, and then when I get to you, so I can write them down, so you don't have to wait for me to call on you.
It's gonna have to be a.
Wait, could you say those numbers again so I can verify them?
Yeah. 11,
Uh-huh.
16,
Mm-hmm.
14,
Mm-hmm.
16,
Mm-hmm.
16,
Mm-hmm.
11.
Okay.
Yep, and like I said, you'll have to assign them whatever, but you're going to have to drop a stat 2 points in order to bump one up to
Right.
17. So, all right.
To be
Anyway,
clear,
And you're only allowing that to do that with one stack.
that is correct. That
Okay.
is correct.
and
Yeah.
it can't bring that stat below 8, correct?
That is correct. No stat can go below an
Right.
8 no matter what. No stat can go over 18 no matter what. And to be honest, it should only be if you need it, but obviously he needs it. But again, I'm flexible. As for a play test, I'm not really worried too much about it. All right, so where'd you say you wanted to go with your intelligence, Monkey?
Well, I might have to rethink this because after hearing what you just said, I'm not gonna make the minimum for a magic user monk.
Okay. For why? What do you need?
Because I won't have enough. I need at least 9 in intelligence.
Okay.
I can do, but I need at least 15 in strength, a 15 in wisdom, and a 15 in dexterity. And I only have two 15s, and one's a 13, and it can only go up to a 14.
Yep.
So I might have to rethink what I'm gonna play now. So
well, if you still, again, if you want to be the magic user monk, I'm sure we can probably figure something. Again, this is for just play testing. This isn't like we're having an actual campaign where I would force you to.
I'm gonna have 13 in intelligence for right now until you decide what you want to do.
Yep.
Wisdom has to be 15.
Okay.
Actually, my dexterity has to be 13, not intelligence.
Okay.
My intelligence has to be 12.
Okay.
No, it can be 13 too. My bad. So
Yeah,
15, 13, 15, 13. Constitution has to be at least 11. So I have to put the 12 for Constitution.
And your charisma is your 10.
10, yeah.
Okay. All right, we'll leave them there for now, and we can kind of discuss it offline as far as how we're going to do or what we want to do, whatever. So I think that's fine. All right, Aethernalis, have you decided how you want to assign your stats?
Not exactly where each score is going to go. I think I might do a strength index of 15, con of 13, int of 17, wisdom 13, charisma 8.
Right.
But I'm not 100% certain, and I haven't checked my racial stuff, so that might change.
All right, so let's go run down the order. Strength is what?
That would be 15.
Intelligence?
Intelligence would be 17.
Wisdom?
Wisdom would be 13.
Okay. Dex?
That was 15 again.
Hey, we got us a follow. Thank you.
Thanks for the follow.
We appreciate it. What's your constitution?
Constitution was 13.
Okay. And charisma?
That was 8.
8. Imagine that. Everybody dump stats charisma until you actually have to go deal with people.
I'll just pay them.
I like it.
Hey,
Sean, guess that would be my job.
Yeah. I'm gonna switch my dexterity and wisdom. I might have 15 dexterity and 13 wisdom instead on Brodus Firepalm.
Okay. Let me. All right. You said your dexterity and wisdom you're swapping?
Yeah, they're just swapping spots. Yeah.
Okay. 15. All right. Troy, you know how you want to assign your stats?
Yep. 12 strength.
Okay.
10 dex.
Okay.
15 constitution.
Okay.
10 intelligence.
Okay.
17 wisdom.
Okay.
9 charisma.
All right. How about you, Les? Just
Strength.
18s across the board? Just want me to write it
No,
in
no.
there?
Oh, if you wanted to, go ahead. But we're
All
looking at strength 14,
Okay.
dex 18,
Okay.
constitution 17,
Okay.
intelligence 11,
Okay.
wisdom 9,
Okay.
charisma 12.
Ooh, we have a smooth talking thief. All right. Valorias. Talk to me, Goose. What do you got?
right. I am going to. I'll give you what I'm putting them at, and then I'll do what I'm going to adjust. Okay. So strength 17,
Okay.
dexterity 17,
Okay.
constitution 13,
Okay.
intelligence 13,
Okay.
wisdom 13, and charisma 12.
Yep.
I am going to take away 2 from charisma. Charisma that brings me down to 10, and I'm going to add that to strength, which puts me up to 18.
Yep.
So I'll need to roll a D100.
Yeah. I'm debating on whether I'm going to let you do that because you had to bump it up to get it to the 18.
Oh yeah, okay, that's fair enough.
But you know what? Go ahead and roll a percentile. Um, and let's see what you get. We'll go ahead and let you do it.
68.
68. All right. We'll go with that. Cool.
You're good with that, yeah?
Yeah, I think I'll be good with that.
Cool.
I'll be all right with that.
Cool, man. Thank you.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yeah, like I said, I'm very very easygoing as a play test because these are going to be, we might have to tweak these as we go along anyway, just because I don't know how these characters are actually going to fit into and work for the campaign or the adventure, I should say. And if we have to tweak things along the way, we will. So, all right. Last but not least, Ronan, do you know how you want to lay out your stats?
I sure do.
All right, talk to me.
Okay. Strength 16,
Okay.
intelligence 10, wisdom 16, dexterity 10, constitution 14, charisma 17.
And that was already taking away. And
Yeah. Taking 2 points off and adding 1.
What'd you take 2 points off of?
The 2 11s, I made them a 10.
No, two off of one stat.
2 off of 1?
Yeah, so so one of them will have to be a 9.
Right.
The other one will be back to 11.
Or I could make the 14 a 12.
That's true.
Yeah.
Totally up to you. Totally up to you.
Yeah. Okay. So strength 16, intelligence 11, wisdom 16, dexterity 11, constitution 12, charisma 17.
Okay. That'll work. All right. So everybody knows their classes, right? So I know Monkey, you wanted to play a magic user monk. Aethernalis, you wanted to play a fighter magic user, correct?
Yes, that is the current plan.
Yep. Cannibal, you wanted to play a cleric. Obsidian, you're our thief. Valorius, you're our swashbuckling fighter. And Ronan, you are playing a paladin. Speaking of, do you know which priesthood the paladin is going to be subscribed to?
Yes, Herodias.
Oh, imagine that. All right. At least it's not Foltus. We have a thing about Foltus around here.
Oh, blinding light.
Okay. All right. So, what about race? Is people given any idea on what race they want to play? Whether I know, obviously, I'm pretty sure Adam, you're going to want.
Well, I can play any race as long as it's human.
Yeah, this is true. Yeah. So, what about you, Monkey? If you're doing dual class, right? So that you have to be human for that, right?
Yeah, you have to be human for a monk. So.
Right. So we're gonna do human, and I'm assuming, Aethernalis, you're playing an elf.
I believe that is going to be the case. Yes.
Yeah, imagine that. Elf, half elf, half elf. I don't think I've known you play anything else.
I literally played human in our first game together.
I couldn't remember if he was human or half elf or not, to be honest with you. All right, Troy, You sticking with as a human cleric, or you're gonna play like an animal handler? Looks like you got it going on.
Get to what she,
I was, I
she's
was.
boxing me out. Yeah, human cleric.
All right. Okay. All right. Obsidian. You gonna be sticking with or sticking with a human?
Obsidian.
Oh, sorry. Valentin.
Oblivion.
Huh?
There you go.
Oh,
Oblivion, right?
Oblivion. Why did I say Obsidian? Never mind. You're right. Yeah, I was like, what?
We're all stuck in the Obsidian
Yeah,
portal.
I know. Exactly.
Uh, no, it's yeah, human
Okay.
thief.
It's kind of funny when I we talk about this all the time, but when we talk about players that play 5e a lot, there's not a lot of them want to be human because there's no benefits to being human as opposed to some of these other races. But when you get back to the old school, it's like everybody is stock dwarf, human, you know.
I mean,
In this
I mean,
case, elf. Yeah. All right,
I'm a little bit.
Valorius.
Okay, I'll be a human.
All right. And last but not least, our human paladin.
Mhm.
All right. All right. So far we have a human magic user monk, an elf fighter magic user, human cleric, human thief, human fighter, human paladin. So we really only have a couple of split classes. If I didn't already let you guys know, the adventure was sort of designed from a fifth to seventh type of a thing. So I'm starting us at sixth level. So all you single class ladies are going to be straight sixth level, and the split classes are going to be 5-5. Right.
Mhm.
So fifth fighter, fifth magic user, fifth magic user, fifth monk. So you can kind of determine that as far as for your hit points going on. Um, I really hadn't. I mean, I thought about it a little bit about how we want to do starting hit points. Um, my thought was, and you guys can tell me what you want. If you want to roll for each level, or you would rather just take. Because I always start, even back in the day, I started max hit points at first level. So we start max hit points at first level and then take the average for every level after that, or would you guys rather, you know, take your shots? I should say average plus Constitution, right? So if you're D10, you get
Mhm.
5 plus your con, right, or whatever, or D8 would be 4 plus or 5 plus your con.
That's like it's actually, if you don't mind me asking, are we doing the average like D10 is 5.5? Are we
Yeah.
doing round down or round up?
I round down.
Oh, okay.
I round down.
Hmm.
So
I think I'd like to roll
you
myself.
you would like to
Me
roll
too.
because I'd rather get the consensus that everybody does that. So I mean, we do it all the same, right? So we can definitely do that now. I don't again. I don't have my player's guide. I could have swore there was something about multi-class where it didn't always take the average of the two. When you leveled, you took like if you had a fighter magic user, let's say, you would take 5 plus 2 whenever you leveled. You'd take 5 as the fighter and then 2 as a magic user, or you once you leveled them both, you took 7 or something like that. I cannot remember. For those of you that are much more experienced in the 1E world and even the 2E world than um,
I I thought it was I thought it was it's actually like a 10th level with two fifth level spots. That's what I thought it was.
no, because when
And
I
level them
actually when I
evenly.
actually looked into this,
So
and TSR in their publications and some of the adventures that I read as far as tournament stuff, they said that a dual class or multi class character is considered to be one level higher than their highest level. So if they are a 5-5, they're considered sixth level. If they are a
so
go ahead.
so I'm actually reading the multi-class stuff right now, and from the way it's reading, and I could be very wrong, it looks like what you're supposed to do is roll for both and then add them together and divide by two.
Right, which is fine. We
Yeah,
can do that. Yep.
yeah, that's how I know it. Yeah.
Yep. All right. So here's what we're gonna do. We will go again. We'll go right down in order. And first of all, you get your maximum hit points for first level based on your class and your constitution bonus.
Right.
So, Brodus, I'm assuming you started as a magic user and then went to monk, or did you start as a monk and go to magic user?
I probably started as a monk and went to magic user.
Okay, that's fine. Monks were D6, is that correct? For first edition?
Yes.
All right, so
I think. Let me check.
yeah. So with your constitution of 12, you don't get any bonus to con. Of course, I'm probably lying to you. Again, that's been so long since I was.
I got
Yeah,
the book. I'm looking.
yeah, I'm looking at it too. So for Constitution,
Can
you
I-
got to have a
Yep.
15 to get a +1, so you don't get any bonus.
Just as a quick question, did we decide we were rolling that? I think I
Yes,
missed that.
yes, we are going to roll, and then we're going to go right down the line. All right, so Brodus,
Monk's the D4.
Monk's D4.
Monk's the D4.
Really?
Yep.
A monk is a D, but monks are so sturdy. I would think. Okay, so you're at level 1. You're considered at 4 hit points.
So hold on. It says experience 1, accumulated hit points 2. So I don't know if that means I rolled 2 4-sided.
No. Let's take a look at this. And again, I haven't played. Oh, I don't have my.
You know, first level monk is 2d4, right?
Is it 2d4? Okay. See,
Yes.
this is why I brought you, Charlie. This is why I brought you, because you are the wizard of knowledge of 1E.
You haven't forgotten the hardcover books.
Yeah. All right.
What's in between them?
All right. So, Brodus, at level 1, you have 8 hit points. Right? So now what we're going to do is I need
I thought it was 6 total. Like
2d4.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you said magic uses 4 and then.
Well, no. So I was just going to give
12.
you. Yeah. So what I was going to do was we're going to start you as a monk, right?
Okay.
So that means as a level 1, you were at 8 hit points for a level 1 monk, right?
That's what you said. Yes.
Yep. So now, what is it for every level after that? Is it a D4 after every level?
Yeah, it's an extra D4. Yeah.
All right. So I need you to roll 4d4.
D4s.
Yep, that would be the little triangle one.
Yep.
Is it not rolling?
No, well, it rolled 8s. I don't know if you can see it.
Yep. All right. So for those additional levels are 8. Wow, I'll give you all 2s. That's crazy. All right, and then I need you to roll 5 4-sided dice for your magic user levels.
All right, this one doesn't count. Let me just get the 5th one out and then re-roll everything. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
9. Got a bunch of 1s.
Huh, nice. All right. So 8 plus basically another 8. So at 6th level, you only got 16 hit points. That just does not seem right for a monk, to be honest with you.
I got a bunch of 1s and 2s. So,
Yeah.
That's...
All right. So let's do this. Let's say we're going to. Oh, you can't. Yeah, we can do this. For this one, 2 plus 4. Reroll 3 of those because we're going to reroll 1s for our hit points.
Ooh.
So just go ahead and clear that and just reroll 3 4-sided.
Okay, this is not my roll. I'm just getting 3.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, and then I'll roll right now.
Okay. All right. Hang on a second. plus 2, and you get to re-roll 1 of those. Dude, you're killing me.
Here comes a 4. Here comes a 4.
There's the 4.
There's the 4.
There it is.
All right. So you have 8,
16.2.
10, yeah, 8, 10, 14, 16, 20, 28. Actually, hang on. Sorry, I forgot. Plus, yeah, 8, 8, 10.
I already know how to play this character.
Yeah,
Just
this
like
is
the
going to be
Monty-
interesting. 8, 10,
Just like the Monty
14.
Python.
Yeah, 8,
Run away! Run away!
8, 10, 14, 16. Yeah, I'm going to give you the 28. We're just going to go ahead and go with the 28 hit points because that I'm not going to divide that by 2 because if you ended up with like 10 hit points or 15 hit points, this is going to be a short adventure for you. So we're going to give you 28 hit points. And then we'll just get you like bracers of armor class negative 10, and then you'll think it'll be okay. All right. Next
That's
up.
good DM right there.
Yeah. All right. So, Adam, we're gonna talk
Yes.
about your. So, for yours, we're gonna have to go just straight across because his was dual class, yours is multi. So, here's what we're gonna do. I need you to. Fighter is a D10, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Just want to make sure I'm going through and doing all this right.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Pretty sure Magic User is a D4.
Yeah. So fighter is D10. Yep. So I'm gonna need 5D10 plus 5D4 from you. So if you want to do the D10s,
isn't the first level? Are we doing?
Oh
the
yeah,
first
I'm
level
sorry.
next?
My bad. My bad. You're right. I forgot. So 5 plus 2 is 7. Your Constitution doesn't give you any bonus, so you started with 7 at level 1. So you're right. Now 4d10 plus 4d4s. So you can do whichever one you want first.
Okay. Are we? Let me make sure I understand. I'm starting at 7 for level 1. You said?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, because 14 divided by 2. Gotcha. All right.
Yep.
Just making sure I know what's going on. And 4d10, 4d4. And re-roll any ones, correct?
Yeah.
So all my d4s. So all but one of my d4s. Gotcha.
Oh man. All right. So you've got 5, 7, 17, 21.
Yeah, I'm
and
typing
you've got
it all up.
3, and I need you to re-roll 3 of the d4s.
I will say the die roller here is not as bad as roll 20s.
No? I don't know. I thought Roll20 I used to do pretty good. D&D Beyond I like it too, but I would much rather have dice right here in front of us. But
so 424.
All right. So you got another 10. All right, 28, 28, 31. All right, 41 hit points.
Total?
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Now the easy ones. Troy, we'll go ahead and as a cleric, you started with 8. Your con gives you a +1, so you started with 9. And give me 5 d8s, please. All right, you got looks like 5, 6, 7, 9. It's got 13. You need to re-roll one of those. Man, you guys are killing. All right, and then you, of course, you get for each, so you get 5 plus on top of that for your Constitution. So 22, 23, 24, 31 hit points for the cleric. I can see that you guys are going to have to buy a butt ton of healing potions.
Yeah, I just rolled 4 4s my first time. That doesn't count.
That's classic. All right, Les. You, as a thief with a con, you get +3 for your con. No, is it max is at +2, right? Isn't it +3 is only for the.
That's right, the fighter types.
Yeah. So you get +2. So you start off with 8 hit points. And I need 5d6, please. See how this goes. All right, 1823. I like it. 23 plus 2 times 5 is 10, so you got 10 on top of that. So that gives you a grand total of 41 hit points. Nice. Thank you, sir. Valorius. Constitution doesn't give you any bonus, so you start
Nope.
off with 10.
Yeah.
And give me 5d10, please.
Okay. 25, 35.
And that gives you 35 hit points. Nice. Oops. That would be me. Quiet phone. All right. And last but not least, El Paladino. Your constitution does not give you
No, in
any
a minute.
bonus.
Before we begin, I want to do a last minute swap. Swap out my strength and constitution, so it's a strength of 12 and constitution 16. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Perfect.
That's kind of
Well,
fun.
hit point boost is a lot better than a measly extra +1 damage bonus.
Says you. Says you. Up until that time, you're like, damn, if only I would have got that one extra hit point damage on that creature, I would have survived. All right,
That was
so
great for divine intervention.
all right, so you get a +2 on yours, so you're starting with 12. All right, and go ahead and give me 5d10. Wait, is a paladin d10? Same as a fighter, right?
D10, correct.
Yeah.
I'm 6th level, right? So 6d10.
Yeah, but you started up with first level of 12, so you rolled 5 for your levels.
Oh, okay.
So you started max first level, and then you roll for the other 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ouch. 23 is 29813.
Hang on just a second. All right, so you got 22 out of that. I need you to re-roll 1.
Roll 1. All right, so
And you got 4, so that's 25. So you got 37 hit points
woohoo!
from the paladin. All right. So we now have Brodus Firepalm. Brodus Firepalm, human magic user monk. Have you given your character a name yet, Adam?
Not for
It
the
is
time being.
not required. Not required. I was just kind of curious.
Yeah, I'll definitely have one before we start, and I'll
yeah.
definitely, I
Yep.
need to. Once I have the stats done, I can work on personality and character names and stuff
Right.
like that.
All right. Troy, you got an idea for your character name, or you're still? Again, these are not required. I'm just kind of curious.
Yeah, it's in Owlbear. Bannable.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Just replace the C with a B.
Yep. Easy peasy. All right. Les, have you given your? Oh yeah, you got yours already. You're Valdrin the Whisperer. All right, and Valorius, we know yours is already there. And Ronan, have you given your given thought to a name yet, or you just want to
El Gringo?
El
I don't
Gringo?
know. El Gringo.
El Gringo, the Paladin of Erroneous. That is going to be good. All right. So what else we have to do here? So we've got all of our stats. We've got our races. The next thing is our since everybody's a human except for our elf actually has to adjust his stats appropriately if he has not already.
Yep, it's a -1 con to +1 to Dex, if I recall.
That is correct.
All right.
So go ahead and adjust that.
Done and done.
So everybody take a look
now.
at your characters real quick as far as stats go, hit points, etc. Any questions, anything you want to change as far as your stat goes, speak now or forever hold your peace. No. Okay.
Well, I guess we're gonna talk afterwards
As far as for
because I don't meet minimum requirements.
yeah. So we'll be able to tweak yours post broadcast. We can kind of just look at it because really you're close to what you need, right? So if we just have to say bump it,
Yes.
then we do that, right? So we'll talk about that as soon as we're done here. So the next thing is equipage. So the way I see it is as a sixth level adventurer, you guys should already have everything you need to go on an adventure. The basic stuff, rope, um, rations, water skin, tinderbox, whatever the case is, right? So I'd like you guys, as we're you guys are experienced adventurers, know what you think you're going to need when you're going into dungeon delving or whatever. So talk a little bit about what are some of the items that you want to make sure that you've got, because other players, like for example, um, Aethernalis, Adam, he's never played 1E. He's familiar with D&D and adventuring, but there's some things that we always used to say you gotta have a 10-foot pole if you're going into a dungeon or whatever the case may be, right? Or rope or pythons, right? Stuff like that. So, what are some of the things that you guys want to make sure that you're adventuring with? Now, this is not armor, this is not weapons, this is not magic items, etc. This is strictly um, items that we're going to kind of bring with us on the adventure, right? So, what are some of the stock things? Troy, Les, what are some of the stock things that you always would want to have with you when you're adventuring? And this is for the benefit of everybody, right? Um, when we're out and about, right? Because I want to make sure, because you're not going to be able to say, oh well, I should have known I was going to bring a 50 foot of rope. Well, no, you don't have it on you if it's not on your character sheet, and we don't know it, right? So, what are some of the things that we want to make sure?
Well, we all got to have backpacks and things like that, and
Yeah, some of the things that I used to think were obviously torches and or lanterns,
yeah,
oil.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Water.
If we're gonna be adventuring in a marsh, we better have high boots,
right.
right?
Waterproofing kits or something like that, or
Yeah,
extra water skins or whatever. Um,
yeah.
so I would be willing to say that since this is like a mini expedition into the swamps, that you guys could have a couple of pack mules for the party as well, right? So you guys can kind of think about some of the things that you're going to want to pack on there, especially food and stuff like that. So, um, what about I don't know, Les, Troy? You guys got any ideas about some other things, or Monk?
Alfred is going to carry on himself 3 pouches of flour
Okay,
and a small bag of marbles.
yes. Any caltrops?
Yeah,
Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So,
Tinderbox, torches, healer's kit,
right,
component pouch, holy symbol,
right.
holy
Holy
water.
water. Up,
Yeah.
Jinx.
Flint for starting fires.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Of course, Valtrin's lockpicks.
Yep.
That's
So
a given.
I just wanted to kind of toss it out there, and again, you can, I'm gonna want to see a relatively complete character sheet from you, hopefully before the week. I don't care what it is if it's a text file or if you want to point me to a URL because you put it out on a web somewhere, Dropbox, whatever you want to do, just so that I can have your character sheet with what equipage or what stuff you've got, right? So again, those are just some certain things that every adventurer may want to think about putting on their list. But the one thing we are going to have to get to is our spell selection. Um, and I want to go ahead and start with uh, Brodus again. Um, so you know that you get from a magic user standpoint, you start with 4 spells, right?
Yep.
So and you, Adam, as well, can kind of look at this the same
Hmm.
way. You have to start with read magic, right? So every magic user starts with a read magic spell. Then they get one offensive, one defensive, and then one miscellaneous weapon from the miscellaneous spell from the DMG list, right? Um, so when we look at those, I should have had this bookmarked, but I didn't because I'm a knucklehead. Let me see if they've got the uh, in the Ostrich. Do they have it actually listed? No, they don't list what the spells are. So,
Hmm.
what Brodus? What four base spells were you? Um, do you think were you going to take? I'm not going to roll. I'm not going to have you guys roll. I'll just let you choose. You're again at sixth level.
So I'm looking at read magic. I'm looking at light.
Okay.
I'm looking at probably magic missile and probably let's see. You said
A defensive
defensive one.
spell, yeah. Do you does any know what page that is on in a DMG so I can just go
41.
to? Is it?
Oh, on the handbook it's 41.
Yeah. Well, in the DMG, I was actually just going to look and see. Yeah, here they are. So for magic users, so for offensive spells, you got Burning Hands, Charm Person, Enlarge, Friends, Light. That's weird. It's an offensive spell for light. Magic Missile, Push, Shocking Grasp, and Sleep. So you can't start with light and Magic Missile at the same
All right,
time.
I'll just take light then.
All right. And so for defensive spells, they have Affect Normal Fires, Dancing Lights, Featherfall, Hold Portal, Jump, Protection from Evil, Shield, Spider Climb, Ventriloquism.
Probably shield.
Okay. And then for miscellaneous, they got Comprehend Language, Detect Magic, Erase, Find Familiar, Identify, Mending, Message, Unseen Servant, and Write.
Probably identify.
Okay. All right. So now, as a fifth level caster, you get three first level, two second level, right? Do you get a bonus for your intelligence? 13 intelligence. Does that
Oh,
give you a
I thought it
bonus?
was 4 2 and 1.
Is it? You might be right. Well, for fifth level, is it 4-2-1?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
I was thinking 3-2-1. Okay, that's fine. So basically, here's kind of what my thought was: is um, you can cast four first level spells. Now I'm not including read magic, so you already have three first level spells. You can cast four. So for me, you can have two above the number that you can cast. So if you can cast four first level spells, I'm going to let you have six first level spells, right? Not including read magic. So technically you'll have seven, but I'll give you six first level spells. So, and I'm just going to let you choose those. Um, whatever spells that you want that are first level. So if you want to go ahead and do that, and tell me what spells you would choose out of the list.
So then I have. So
Now
then I
again,
have.
I'm sorry, real quick. Uh, the spell list in the DMG. I don't know if that's comprehensive. I don't know if there's more in the player's handbook or not. Um, but you can use the player's handbook to select your spells, obviously. I would kind of like if you had a little bit of a balance, like not all blasting spells or whatever the case may be, but I'd like, yeah,
Damn it.
I know, I'd like a little bit of
Well,
a
this guy's more a utilitarian type of
right,
magic user, more so than
right,
a true magic user.
okay. So yeah, so let's
Yeah.
go ahead and give me you got three, you get a total of six,
So I
so you
got
get
so I got reading, identify, shield, and
and light.
identify. Oh, light.
Those are
And
the
so the
those
other two.
you get three. You get a total of six because read magic doesn't count.
Okay, so comprehend language.
Okay,
Um, it's also mending,
okay,
find familiar, or yeah, find familiar.
You want find familiar? Okay.
Yes.
Is that a hint? Does that tell me that something's going to be happening as you guys are traveling?
Yes, I'm gonna find a familiar in the swamp.
Okay. You got a
Okay.
lizard man familiar. All right. So
Shambling mound, I was hoping, but okay.
I don't know if you guys, anybody's following chat. I apologize. I've been pretty head down here, not looking at chat much. But I look over in DM 2021. It's like flower, swamp, grab some yeast. You can have a calzone. All right. So everybody knows why the thief brings flour because he's intending on baking something for everybody when they're out in the swamp. All right.
I thought it was for invisible people.
Yeah, I was thinking too. So just as a sidebar, somebody was talking about how they didn't ever give their players any magic items, and the guy's like, "You do. You have a magic rock of detection. It detects gravity. It detects gravity. If you drop it, if you let it go and it falls, gravity's there. If you throw it and it stops in midair, there's something invisible there. I was just rolling. Said this,
Yep.
and it detects dwarves. Because if a dwarf could tell where that's from, or if you can tell where this rock is from and what kind it is, you're probably a dwarf. It just killed me, man. I was loving it.
Yeah, you can leave it outside and tell if it's raining or not.
Yes, exactly. If it's white on top, it's snowing. If it's dry, it's sunny. Just cracked me up. Anyway, stupid dad jokes, but that was funny. All right, Brodus. So that's your first level. And again, just so you know, I'm considering this like traveling spell book, right? And the reason I'm doing it is because in a real campaign, we know you'd probably have a butt ton of more spells. But in this case, we're just building a little traveling spell book. You're probably not going to be adventuring more than a day or 2 days, so it would make sense to have just a couple extra spells above what you could cast. So at least it gives you some choice when you're choosing your spells for the day. So what about second level? You can cast 2 second levels, so I'm giving you 4 second level spells from which to choose from.
Okay. I'm going to pick continual light. Well, what did I do? Well, can I change my light spell to magic missile instead?
Sure.
Okay, that way I can cast continual light.
Okay. Good choice. Okay. 3 more.
Probably knock for the.
That's a great spell. Really loud though, but
in case the rogue can't pick that.
What? I think the gauntlet has been thrown. He doesn't think you
I
can
mean,
do
that's
it.
a backup.
Okay. All right. What
2
else?
more?
2 more, yes, sir.
Okay, I'm gonna do probably stink. Oh no, that's gonna be too bad.
You're already going to be in a stinky's place. Who needs more stinking?
Got invisibility.
And you said invisibility? Okay.
Run away.
Yeah. Okay. And 1 more.
Okay, and the last one will be to probably locate object.
Okay. Good choices, man. Really good choices. And last but not least, your third level spells. You can cast 1 third level spell, so I'll give you 3 third level spells to choose from.
Okay, 3 third levels. So
Swamp,
that's gonna be
fireball. What could go wrong?
right. Monster summoning 1.
Wow. Good choices, man.
Invisibility for 10 radius. I think that can do the group, I believe.
Yeah, it's a 10-foot radius, so that's like 20 feet around. Yeah.
So no one eat any greasy fast food.
Or don't throw any flour up in the air either.
Right.
Okay, and 1 more.
And 1 more. Probably. You said we're gonna be in a swamp inside of a
Well,
right.
you don't know what the ruins are going to be like, but yes, you're going to be in a swamp trying to find the ruins of an ancient dwarven civilization.
Water
Or
breathing.
water breathing? Okay. All right. So those are your spells. So back to you, no named elven fighter magic user.
Okay.
Starting with read magic.
hmm
Do you have the DMG open so you can see the spells that are
I
available?
I have the player's handbook open.
Okay.
I also found a webpage online that's all the AD&D spells.
Okay.
So there's
So
like 30 of them for first level.
right, but here,
Yeah.
you to start at first level, you get one offensive, one defensive,
hmm
one
Right.
miscellaneous plus read magic. So, for offensive spells, again, we have Burning Hands, Charm
hmm
Person, Enlarge, Friends, Light,
Right.
Magic Missile, Push, Shocking Grasp, and Sleep. Do you know which one you
Yeah.
may want to go with?
So when I was reading on them earlier, Magic Missile seemed like the go-to for a sort of fighter style
Okay,
magic user.
okay.
So I'll probably
It's
be
a
taking
classic.
that.
Yeah, Magic Missile's
Yeah.
classic because it's an automatic hit.
And then for my defensive one, I believe I'll be taking Shield.
Okay. And miscellaneous, again, comprehend languages, detect magic, erase, find familiar, identify, mending, message,
Mhm.
unseen servant, and write.
Am I correct in understanding that if you have a familiar and it dies, you lose half your hit points
This
permanently, and
is,
there's no way to fix that?
is it permanent? I thought you just took
Or
twice.
you just lost it.
Yeah, I think
I
it's
mean,
just
you
it's like a
can
shock to
rest
your
it.
system, and you take that number of hit points damage. I don't think it's permanent.
Oh, okay.
Permanently. It's just
So it won't like cripple the character if my cat dies or something
Well, it won't cripple
yeah,
you, but it'll put a dent in you because yes, you
for
lose.
temporarily.
Yes, yeah, you'll be able to get healed back up so.
All right. I think I'm going to take that. You said I'm going to also get two in addition to this, right? Or something like that.
Hang on, you took find familiar.
I think I'm going to take that. Yes.
Okay, so now you get three. Wait, you're also fifth level, right?
I
So
am a fifth level magic user.
right, so 421, right? So then yes, you will get
Yes.
three more.
So I will get three more first levels.
That is correct.
Okay. So then I'm going to take, in addition to find familiar, I'm going to take tech magic because that seems useful.
Okay.
I'm going to take. Hmm. Uh, can you do the same thing with enlarge that you can do in 50, where it's enlarge or reduce?
Yes.
No, I'm going to take unseen servant and sleep.
Sleep, unseen servant, because you don't want to carry nothing out. You don't get
So
your
it was
hands
find
dirty.
familiar. That was find familiar. And then I had three more after that was
Detect
unseen
magic.
servant, sleep, and detect magic. Gotcha. Yeah,
Correct.
I'm just
Yep.
opening them up and writing them down myself as well.
Oh, okay, that's fine. All right. So for your second level spells, you get four. Since you can cast two, so you get four to choose from for second level.
Invisibility does seem like a useful thing to have if everything goes south.
Okay.
So I think I might like to take that and web.
Biz and web.
Yes.
Okay. Two more.
For second level, that's right.
Yeah.
Ability, web. Um, for so if I were to, there's a spell called Strength, which gives you a bonus to Strength based on what class you are. I am a fighter and a magic user. Do I get to pick which one I use, or do I use the worst or the best?
Well, it should go as the best. I would always judge it as whatever the helps the most, right? So.
Okay. So if I were to cast Strength on myself, I would add a D8 to my Strength temporarily.
Okay. That
right.
I could agree with that. So
And a turn in this game is not a 6-second turn. It's
that is correct. It's 10 minutes.
Right. So at fifth level, this would last 6 times 5. So that seems pretty good.
Okay.
I think I'm going to take that and see if it works.
Strength.
Yeah.
Can't hurt.
And then,
And I do want to say that again, this is playtest.
hmm,
So
yeah,
as we go along, if we determine that you guys don't have or didn't think to have something that is you're gonna
right,
any party is gonna need for this adventure, then we can tweak characters and tweak equipment along the way, right? Just so don't.
awesome.
So again, this is not a campaign. This is a playtest. So if something we have to do that, that's what we'll do. All right. So
Well, that's
invisibility, web strength, and what else?
and mirror image will be my last one.
That's a good one too. 25% chance.
And now I have 3 third level if I recall.
That is correct, sir.
Oh man.
Fireball in a swamp.
I really want to be able to cast a first edition fireball.
You have the ability now if you want to take it.
Let's take a fireball, a phantasmal force, and I'm open to suggestion. Suggestion. I want to take suggestion.
All right.
All right. So that's it.
All right.
Fireball, phantasmal force, and suggestion.
All right. Awesome. So those are our 2 wizards. For our cleric, Troy, you are 6th level. So you have. Let me go to my clerics. So you have 3 first, 3 second, and 2 third.
That is correct.
So I would like for you to. We're gonna pre-choose our spells. I'd like you to give me what spells you're gonna have memorized for the day. That being said, if you change your mind before games start on next Monday, we can swap them out. But I would like to at least have a base idea of what spells that you're going to be starting the game with.
Bless, command, cure light wounds, light. Oh wait, no, I need 3. Sorry,
Yeah.
that was 4. Um,
And you realize you can have double spells, right? Obviously, you can have 2 cure light
yeah,
wounds or whatever. So
I'll take bless and 2 cure light wounds.
okay. What about second level?
Sec- Second level, hold person,
Okay,
silence 15 radius,
that's a good one, especially when you're sneaking. Okay.
and slow poison.
I am totally going to add Wife of Suggestion into my list of magic items that are available for purchase, Sam. That's awesome. If you're not following chat, they're throwing out random mundane magic items. I'm sorry, what was that last one you said, Troy?
Slow poison.
Slow poison. Good one, too. And what about, wait a second. Yeah, well, you got two third level now.
Yeah, I'm going to do cure disease.
Okay. Thor's hammer for mage monks. Yeah, we can definitely do that. I don't know. Monkey has been bugging me for that thing since we started. He wanted a Thor's hammer for his character. I'm like, it's right there. Go pick it up. If you can pick it up.
How many 20s in a row do you need for that?
Yeah. Only one, but you have to be Thor to roll it.
Mm.
All right. While Troy is kind of thinking about his last spell that he wants, Charlie,
Yes.
your paladin at 6th level. You get. Hang on a second. Where is it?
I'll do speak with dead.
Oh, good. That, sir, is a excellent choice, if I do say
I
so
know you're
myself.
I know you're busy being dead and all, but could you answer a few questions for me?
Right?
So, Mr. Sean,
Yep.
do I get the opportunity to call my warhorse?
Oh, um, at what level do you do that in first?
Fourth.
Is it fourth? Yeah,
You
then
started.
then
Mhm.
you can assume to have already had it.
Nice.
You, I will tell you this though, I am not a big fan of bringing horses down into dungeons. So
Oh,
Yes.
so
Or in a swamp.
in a
do we
swamp,
have to travel to get to the destination, like a swamp?
yeah, you guys. So when we start, oh, and we'll talk about this a little bit later, but yeah, you're gonna start out at Blackwall Keep. In the original
Mhm.
game, you started at Blackwall Keep, and you were required to go search. Right. So in the adventure I wrote, it's designed for a campaign, not tournament style play. So in tournament style play, rather than waste time trying to search through the swamp and any of the encounters that may happen there, you guys are just at the at the location you're searching. So that's where this is
Oh,
going to start out with, right?
oh, then never
So
mind.
yeah, I mean you can put it as your equipment, and you do have your horse, right? And your
Mhm.
horse can be with you and wait for you outside, and whatever the
You'll leave
case
it at
may
the
be,
keep.
or leave it at
Yeah.
the keep, etc. Right? So
Mhm.
all right. So for Paladin, where is I was looking for. Oh, we go down. Here we go. Scroll down. And you get no spells yet. So we don't have to worry anything about paladin spells. I like it.
But I can turn undead.
Yes, you can. You can do a little bit of that. And get your warhorse. Yep. All right. So that looks like we've got everything that we need as far as that goes. Now, for last but not least, this is for the party. And I do apologize if I I'm gonna hide. I'm gonna change the map here a little bit. I apologize for covering up our players who are camming with us, but so the the people that have hired you are going to give the party a total of um, let me see. I have it written down here somewhere. Hang on just a sec. I believe I said 35. Yeah, 35,000 gold for the whole party. Okay. Can you guys see these? Okay, I need to make them bigger.
Yeah, see, I can see. I can't see the left hand side
All
as
right, so
well.
I'm gonna move this over. Me.
Do
What is
what?
it? Oh, there it is.
Yep. If
What are
you
you looking at?
so if
Are you
you
putting
have
that
to
on
look at.
Albert?
No, I don't know. I should be able to get an owlbear, but I'm actually I'm putting them up so they're big and bright. But I'm gonna put them in owlbear right now. Um, let me give me just a second to get them an owlbear. But for those that are actually looking out in, problem is I don't think owlbear is gonna let me.
That's okay. I can watch it on Twitch. That's okay.
Yep, so let me close
Oh, there
this.
we go. Yeah, that's one.
So yeah, so this is the one. Um, it's weird it doesn't let me. Oh, that's why. Okay. Yep. So I can put one out on Owlbear, but I can only put them one at a time because it was two separate pictures, right?
Yeah,
So here
that's cool.
is again the party has 35,000 gold to spend. So that being said, if you don't want a magical weapon or magical armor, you can be assumed to already have that, right? So if you want chainmail as opposed to a magical chainmail or something, you can have that. If you want to have as a paladin, if you want plate mail, you can have the plate mail, right? Um, But if you want
What
magic
about magical
items,
plate mail?
no, you can get it, but you have to buy it off this list that I'm showing here. So plus one plate would cost you 5,000. Plus two plate would cost 10,500. Right. So here is a list of magical items that are available for purchase. Right. Including scrolls and potions and stuff like that. Right. So um, this is the list. You guys just need to decide, what you want to buy. I'll keep a tally of how much it's costing. But you have 35,000 gold to
Total,
start.
not each, right?
Correct, total. Actually, let me round it up to 40,000 just to make sure everybody can get something. Um, so
So
we can. You
6,666 each.
what's that?
Sorry, I was doing the math for everyone each. It's 6,666.
Yeah, it's roughly 6,000 each, right? So, so if you guys want to go that route, you can. If you guys want to split it evenly, or do you want to buy something for the party, like you want to give the paladin, or you want to give the monk Thor's hammer, then you could buy Thor's hammer to give to the monk, etc. Right? So you guys just need to tell me how you want to do it. You want to just do it as a party? You just want to split it evenly because um, what is, I don't have the math in my head. What is 40,000 divided by 6? We can always round that up.
Yeah, it's 6,600.
6,600. All right. So,
Well, 66.
yeah. So
yeah.
everybody gets 6,600 gold to themselves to purchase equipment with. Okay. So you just need to tell me who's buying what. So let me start with. We'll go start at the top here. Monkey, Brodus, tell me if you want to buy anything. What is it that you are going to buy?
I don't think I can buy any armor.
Right, as a monk, yeah, or a magic user as well.
Yeah.
Oh, they do have bracers, right? Bracers of
Yeah, but
defense.
that's too much.
Oh yeah, even armor class 6. Yeah. Well, you could borrow money from somebody.
Yeah, but that's all right. I'll just take. I'm just gonna buy as much as I can. Uh, I'll tell you what. Just have everyone buy whatever they're gonna buy, and then I'm gonna buy whatever's left. A bunch of healing.
Well, I mean, what do you mean?
I mean, like if the paladin needs or whoever that's gonna be like the quote tank
Right.
and the healer, I would rather them spend money to take.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I see
And
what you're
then
saying.
whatever's left,
Okay,
if there's
whatever
enough left,
money's
I'll
left
buy
over.
it.
I got you.
I'll buy a bunch of healing potions. Yeah.
Okay, I get you. That'll work. All right, so let's go down then to Aethernalis. Adam, do you have anything specific um, from your 6,600 that you want to buy?
Um, I'm not certain yet. I'm still absorbing this whole list. But if I can ask a question real quick, because
Yep.
I don't know the answer to this in first edition.
Okay.
As an elf fighter, am I
Okay.
going to have any sort of penalty running around in plate mail with a shield and a sword and trying to spellcast, or do I need to limit myself
Fighter
to?
magic users can go up to chainmail. I think it is, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me, first edition gurus. I believe chainmail is they can wear chainmail and still be able to cast.
I think it's Elven chainmail.
You sure? All right.
I'm not sure, but I
Oh.
thought. I thought
Yeah.
all armor is.
I think it's chain or elven chain.
Let's toss it out to the chat. Is there anybody out on chat? First edition again. I'm still getting my feet back wet with this, and there's a lot of the minutia rules that I'm still rusty on. Need to know magic users, fighter magic users. What armor can they wear? Uh, I hear somebody rapidly typing away, and they're asking the Google chat. So, so we can find that out. Elven only. Okay, so Elven chain. Thanks, appreciate it, guys. So, Elven chain, yes. Regular chain, no. So, what about like leather and stuff like that, or is it just strictly no armor whatsoever for a fighter magic user? Because I could
No,
have.
leather is allowed.
Yeah, that's
I
what
do
I
remember
thought.
that.
Yeah, leather or padded or studded leather or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Hmm.
like basically light armor, quote
yeah,
unquote.
light armors stuff. So
I
Light
thought.
armor, exactly.
thanks, team.
Correct.
Appreciate it.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I think you can wear armor, but you have a percentage of your spell failing.
Oh,
Yeah,
is that how it
well,
works?
yeah, well. Do we want that? No,
No, not at all. I'm
I don't think
looking
so either.
100% for zero
That's a
penalty
pain in
if
the butt to
possible.
manage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've got
So,
studded +1 leather. I mean, studded leather
mhm.
is armor class 6
Okay.
+1 would give you armor class 5, and then whatever your dex.
So my dex of 16, that would bring me down to what, 3?
Wait, no, 6 4. Yeah, scale mail made from Dragonhide. Not in this list, no. Probably out there
Yeah.
somewhere, but so yeah.
Uh,
So again,
I don't.
studded leather is armor class 6 +1 is armor class 5. Your deck. Oh, you're right. It would be a 3. Yep.
With a 16 index? Is that how it
16
works? I
gives
don't
you a
know.
-2. Yeah, gives you a
Gotcha.
-2.
And right, lower is better in first
That
edition.
is correct.
Um, can I use a shield with, or is that another like, oh, spellcasting failure chance?
Um. Yeah, studded was always a debate, but the debate ends here. So I'll go ahead and let him have it. No shield, no, because
Okay, so
wizards have to
no shield.
have their hands available to do the intricate finger patterns. Blah 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 blah.
Gotcha. So, okay.
Yeah,
All right. Is 3 a good armor class in first edition? I don't even know what
yeah,
that compares
zero.
to.
That's pretty
So
good.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty good. The higher
Mm,
levels you get, obviously, the lower the armor class the bad guys usually have, because they have all kinds of magic and stuff like that. So you'll like let's just say Lolth, right? Lolth has armor class
mhm.
-9. Right? So, but she's a goddess, right? So I would
Gotcha.
say 3 is pretty standard for this level. You know, fifth, sixth.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, I think you're kind of in line with. It's
Okay.
just enough to protect you, but not quite enough for the ghoul not to take you out. So.
This is why. Okay. This is why we have shield. So okay, this will work.
Yep.
Um, I think for right now, and if you'll allow me to change this in between, if I find something that makes more sense, I'd appreciate that. But I'm gonna grab a studded leather for now.
Okay.
+1. Um, and looks like just +1 sword would probably be pretty good. But I'm wondering do if I use a scroll, do I cast that with my spellcasting ability, or is it based on the scroll?
Usually it's based on. Well, I've always done it based on the scroll itself.
Mm, okay.
Um, but we don't really. None of these are really like determined on what level it is.
Okay.
So you'll cast it at your level for this particular campaign
Sure. Okay. Um.
thing.
Yeah. No. This is
Chat's killing.
hard.
I'm sorry, chat's killing me, man.
Oh, what are they saying?
They say the magic user has to be unencumbered so they can say "pull my finger."
Oh yeah.
So you can't have a
Um.
shield. You gotta say "pull my finger."
Yeah. Okay. Sure. I think I'll probably end up with a studded leather +1, a sword +1. That just make covers both those bases, and then I'll probably put the rest in the potions. Probably a few healing, a couple flying.
All right,
Um,
so you're taking the
I'll
studded
figure that
+1
out.
leather and the +1 longsword. Hey, and while we're at it, everybody
Mhm.
pay homage to the one and only Lord Gazumba in the house. Thanks for gracing us with your presence, Jay. We appreciate it. And you're taking. All right, so back to Adam. You're taking the +1 longsword.
Yeah, I believe so. I don't think I have any penalties for using that. I hope.
No.
I think elves actually get something out of that. I'll have to
Yep.
look into that
Yeah,
in
and
a minute.
again, you're right, man. I'm gonna have to once you guys are all loaded up, I'm gonna have to go back and really dig into the weeds on some of these rules and stuff like that, so I can kind of refresh my memory
Mhm.
because I just like you, I'm a little bit fuzzy on a lot of this stuff. So, but now that we got Jay here, Jay knows everything. So, Jay's gonna be our library of Greyhawk of knowledge. So if I need anything, I'm going right to him. All right.
So,
So you've spent
so
4,500 out of your 66, so you got 2,100 left.
yeah,
Uh,
if you're okay with it,
yep,
I'll look into the potions and I'll
yep,
let you know what those are going to be.
yep,
But it's probably going to be rest on potions.
yeah. So on your character sheets, whenever you note whatever you purchased, put the well, just put the price next to it, just so I know you did actually purchase it and what we paid for it, and then that way we know how much you guys have left. So, all right, Cannibal, sire, my
Hey
friend.
guys, can I interrupt? Just can I ask a question? Just one quick question, guys.
Sure.
Uh, on the list, sometimes there's a bracket beside an items. I mean, that's so. For instance, for potions, it says speed, and then there's a bracket of 5.
That means that there are 5 available.
5 available to the party.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So the same thing with +1 arrows. There's 24 available. You can buy them at 120 each. But yes, in parentheses means that's a limited item. So.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Yep. All right. Back to you, Troy. Do you have an idea what you may or may not want to buy with your 6,600 gold?
Yeah, I'm gonna donate my 6,600 gold to the rest of the party.
Okay.
Sweet.
I like it. All
Thanks,
right.
dude.
All right. So let me do this really quick because math is hard. 6,600 divided by 5. That means everybody, instead of 6,600, everybody now has 7,920 gold. Those clerics, I tell you, they're so goody. Help everybody else out. All right, I'm just making a note here on my stat sheets just so I know how much everybody has. So, so Adam, if you have an additional, 1,320. So you've got 3,320 left. Just so you're aware.
All right. I'm just recalculating things because I might change things.
Yep, that's fine. All right.
Because now
They should have more.
What's
I would
that?
have a starting of 7,920, right?
Yeah, you started at 7920. Yeah,
Right.
but after you
And-
spent should leave you. If you take away 4,500, that leaves you 3420. Sorry, not 33. 3420. Thank you for my math correction.
I'm gonna be doing some thinking here.
Yep.
What were you saying?
Nope, I was.
Someone had a suggestion?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, did you calculate the gold I gave too as well?
Well, no, because you specifically said you were just going to wait till. Oh, I see what you're saying. You were going to wait for everybody. So, all right. So let's do it one more time.
Oh boy.
All right.
Cool.
Let's do this. How about let's go. We took 40,000. Right. That was our original. Guys are killing me.
1,000.
I had all the best laid plans. 40,000 divided by 4. So everybody starts with 10,000. The four players that are buying stuff start with 10,000. Let's put it that way.
10,000.
Yes.
Sweet.
Hang on a sec. So that's 1, 2, 3. Yep. All right. So Monkey and Cannibal have elected to forego purchasing anything with their funds, electing rather to dump it back into the party. So that said, Aethernalis, you started with 10,000. You spent 4,500. That leaves you 5,500.
I might actually change some things because I need to know an answer to a question now.
Okay.
How does a ring of invisibility even work? Is it like
it's think of it as the one ring, except you don't have to put it on and off. You just will it. And so I believe I'll have to go double check this, and you guys in chat can back me up. It works kind of like an invisibility spell. So if you're invisible and you perform some action and attack somebody, I believe you become visible, or is it once a day? We'll have to double check, but I could have swore that it works sort of like the invisibility spell. So
it says
that's exactly how it works. Once you attack somebody, invisibility ends.
Yeah. So Ring of Invisibility, Jay. How does that work as far as attacking somebody or whatever? They become visible again on that, right?
what I'm reading here, it appears that
Rings of invisibility overpowered. Yes. Yes, are overpowered. Yes,
but you can just use it again next turn, right? I think,
Hmm?
or not turn, but something.
right.
I can turn it back on again next turn, the next round.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is it called in first edition? Is it a turn or a round or a there's another thing,
A
a segment?
segment. Yeah.
Ah, got
Yeah.
you. That's like a fifth
So
edition turn.
yeah. So again, it's it's really all convoluted, but it really comes down to the exact same thing. The real big difference between I think like a 5e combat and a 1e is spell casting. On
Gotcha.
spell casting, if you let's say your initiative goes at segment 5 and you
Mhm.
have a 4 segment and your spell cost or cast is 4 segments long,
Mhm.
you say I go and I cast this spell and I say okay and I go on to the next guy and then your spell fires at the appropriate time. So something may happen between the time you start your spell and the time you end your spell that
Interesting.
completely throws it
Changes
off,
the
right?
field.
So it's a little bit convoluted sometimes and got to keep track of it, but that to me that's like a really big gist of it, is the spell casting aspect of it. Just because everybody still acts in order, everybody still does their things, but usually in 1E, everybody says, I do this. I cast a spell, I move here, I draw my sword, I attack him, whatever. Then you roll initiative because all your actions are already determined. Then you roll initiative.
Mhm.
You don't get to change and say, well, it, I was already attacking this guy, but now, you know, my partner killed him, so I would know it doesn't make sense I would attack him. Well, you were already involved in that action, so you can't
Mhm.
change your action midstream, right?
Gotcha.
So again, it's like within limits, right? There's certain things you might be able to change or whatever depending upon the situation, but that's kind of the gist of it. You basically
All
call
right.
your shot, then see what order everything happens. So, but
So
again,
so
the ring of invisibility is like we've been saying is you um, you can if you lose the invisibility when you attack, but then
mhm.
you would be able to be invisible. Now I would judge that you could not go right back to invisible. I would say you attack and hit. Now you're visible. Your next turn, when it's your next go, then you can go back invisible if you want. But that going
Okay.
invisible is an action. So if you go
Gotcha.
invisible and you're walking around and you attack and hit something, you become visible.
Mhm.
The next time your turn comes around, you got a choice. You can go invisible or you can attack, right? So you can't like
Gotcha.
do both. That would be my
Gotcha. So
call.
it's great
So
for sneaking up on people and escaping, but not really for not for in the middle of combat. Is that the
right,
idea?
yeah.
And if I were to cast a spell that's not an attack, I'm fine. I stay invisible.
Say that again.
So it's just if you attack, that's the only thing that breaks it, correct?
Yeah, there's usually is if you attack or again I'd have to look at all the rules, but that's the general consensus is you stay invisible until you perform some aggressive action on somebody doing something.
Oh, gotcha. Any aggressive action. I was thinking 5e where it's only attacks. Magic missile's fine. So I thought it was a little strong there. All
Yeah.
right. In that case, uh,
That's why you need
I
improved invisibility. It's so much better.
Yeah,
yeah. Well, there's not a ring of improved invisibility here,
this is a true
It'd be
story.
so
nice if it
I'm
was.
good. Oh
Okay.
yeah, I would be all over that. I think
All
I'm
right.
probably gonna take that ring, and then I'll figure out what I want to spend the rest of my money on.
All right. So Ring of Invisibility is 7,500. So that leaves you 2,500.
Yeah, and I'll 25K. I'll probably pick a +1 sword and a healing potion, but I don't know that for sure yet. So give me
All
a
right.
minute to figure that out. We can move on.
All right. All right. Sweet. All right. So again, Troy, you're skipping over. So Les,
Yep.
you've got 10,000 coins with which to splurge within the free city of Greyhawk. Where are we going? Wheel of Gold,
Or we're going to go to leather +1,
leather +1.
boots of elven kind,
Okay.
sword +1,
Long sword, right? Did I see that out? Is there a short sword? Yeah, it is. I wasn't sure if there was a long sword or a short sword, or it's just a long sword. So, okay, long sword +1.
+1, +2 versus smaller than man-sized.
What?
Okay. So if you fight any small, is any kobolds or goblins or something, right? Where is the? I don't. Hang on a second. Did I miss something?
Which one
The sword that you said +1 +2.
is
That.
the? I
The
said plus. No,
dagger.
it's a dagger +1, +2 versus smaller than
Oh, I
man-sized.
thought you said the long sword +1.
No,
Okay, and then a dagger plus.
a
Okay,
sword +1 and then a dagger +1, +2
gotcha,
minus. Yeah,
gotcha.
and then I'll throw whatever change I have left back to the group.
All right, so let's do this first. So leather +1 is 2,000. Boots of elven kind. Talk to me, Goose. Where are you?
I'll have to remember that if he
5,000.
dies, I need to take his shoes.
Don't die. All right. Long sword +1 is 2,000. Dagger +1 is 750. Okay. Yeah. Boy, you're like my wife, man. She can buy stuff and she goes right to the limit. Like right exactly how much she needs. She's like, "Oh, we have $100 to spend. I'm gonna spend 99.50 plus 2,000."
She's not within earshot, is she, Sean?
Yeah, unfortunately, I forgot to close the den door.
Uh-oh.
All right, so
Oh,
Oblivion has spent 9,750 gold. So I'm just gonna put a little kitty total at the bottom down here of 750. I mean 250. Sorry. So we'll put that back in the kitty whenever we're done. All right, Valorius. Sorry to keep you waiting, sir. I appreciate you being patient. And by the way, I
Oh,
appreciate folks out in chat being patient as we slog our way through this. Not the most exciting of events, but hopefully it's people are at least
uh, gi-
enjoying what our characters are trying to come up with. So I
uh,
try.
give me some time to look a couple of things up. So,
Okay.
so for 4,500, I'm gonna take that sword +1 flame tongue.
Okay.
Now, is that a long sword?
It is.
Okay.
Okay. That's a great blade too. I used to love flame tongues.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna take 3 healing potions. So that's 1,200.
Okay.
I'm gonna take 1 potion of speed. That's 450.
Okay.
1 potion of extra healing. That's 800.
Okay.
And 1 potion of invisibility is 500.
Okay.
Okay, I'll and also take the dagger +1. Is that dagger throwable?
I always consider all daggers to be throwable.
Okay. So do I. I just want to check out. Okay.
Yep.
So +1 dagger.
Now
Okay,
that's
that leaves me with 2,100, I believe.
okay.
And I'll put that back in the pot, and just a suggestion to the group. Maybe I mean, I got some healing potions and that. That's for everybody, right? Like
Right.
some of this.
Yeah.
You
So
can get a potion.
that dagger +1 you bought, is that the same one that Oblivion took? The dagger
Yeah.
+1 +2 versus smaller?
Right.
Okay. That's what I thought because I didn't see a regular one in there.
Yeah.
And that was 750. Okay. All right. So that left you 2,100 back in the kitty. Okay.
Back in the kitty.
Yep. Now, just out of curiosity, as a fighter, have you thought about armor?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with just regular banded
Okay.
now.
That's cool. That'll work.
And
Slog your way
my
through
my
this.
dexterity is 17, so
Okay. That'll good.
I think I'm just gonna go with that. Yeah.
All right. Sweet. I dig it. All right, Ronan, talk to me, buddy. What's our paladin of Hyronius going to do?
Okay, well, I'm only seeing one page on this
Yeah, so
magic item.
yep. So the reason is because I can only show one at a time on Owlbear Rodeo. Um,
Oh,
out on the Twitch. Now I can let me. How about this? How about is there anything on the list I'm showing on Owlbear Rodeo that you want? Let's do that first, and then I can switch images and show you the uh, the other one, um, and so that way you can see both.
the only thing I'm interested in is the +1 flame tongue sword on there.
Okay. But okay, so let me do this then. I'm gonna bring up this. Uh, so there's the other one. I just switched.
Okay.
So this is the other one. This is with the armor and some of the other magic item stuff. You have ten.
Ah,
You have
okay.
10,000 gold to start with. So
Mm-hmm.
the flame tongue is 4,500. Just so you know, if that was the only thing you were interested in. So
They don't have just a regular +1 sword.
there is just a regular +1 sword. It is 2,000 is a regular long sword
Okay.
+1.
Let's see. As a paladin / cavalier, would that come with full plate mail, full plate armor?
Well, I told you I would allow you to have regular plate mail. Yes.
What about full plate armor?
Well, it's no, just regular plate mail. No, we're not doing the
Oh,
cavalier. We're not doing the cavalier thing. I know you're. I know you're sort of looking and eyeing a
well,
character
it
that's
does
like a cavalier.
say paladins have all the benefits of cavaliers too.
Right, but I mean, Cavalier was out of the Unearthed Arcana, I believe. It wasn't one of the original classes in 1E. I believe it came out in Unearthed Arcana, which I'm not using.
Okay, your call, mate.
Yeah.
So let's see. In that case, yeah, well, no paladin can be seen without plate mail at least. So definitely the +1 plate mail
Okay.
is going on the list.
Okay.
That's 5,000, and then the let's see,
If you wanted the
the +1 shield too.
plus 1
Yeah,
shield, okay.
yeah, and then I can still get a +1 sword out of that, right? Yes, I
75.
can.
Yes, you can. It'll leave you 500 gold if you got a +1 sword.
Okay, then just buy a potion of healing and call it a day. Donate the rest to my church,
Okay. Now, well, the church would actually be the party, but
the
that's fine.
party.
All
I
right.
knew it.
So that's 95, 99. So 100 gold goes back to the kitty. Sweet.
I feel like I'm on Wheel of Fortune.
Hey, don't talk about Wheel of Fortune. I was on Wheel of Fortune.
Really?
Yeah, dude. I kind of swore
How,
you
how
knew
far'd you
that.
go?
I won the round. I mean, I won all the way to the end.
Really?
Yeah,
The showcase?
I did, but I didn't win the showcase. But I won.
No.
I won the round, so I went and spun the wheel, and I missed out on an additional. I think it was 35,000. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
35,000 was what I would have won, but I ended up winning 14,000 anyway. So who cares? I went in there.
Okay.
I had the Navy duty driver drive me down to the hotel in downtown Chicago where I competed. Not sorry, not the. That's where we did the tryouts. There, it's on Navy Pier where they actually did the taping of the show, and I won. I went down there with $20 in my pocket and came out with 14,400 more. So it was kind of nice. I like
Wow,
that.
can't complain, huh?
Not even a little bit,
That's pretty cool. How
especially
long ago? How long ago was that?
2002, May of 2002 is when it aired.
Oh,
We taped in April of 2002 and it aired in May of 2002.
yeah, cool.
Yeah, All Hands Magazine for the Navy had an article on me and stuff. It was kind of cool. I liked it. So,
Nice.
At least you weren't like that poor schmuck that said Archelaus.
Archie's what? What did I miss?
Oh, okay.
I I'm missing something. Sorry. All right. So, we've got so that means Cannibal, were you planning on buying anything at all? Oh, I think Troy left us. He's doing something with his dog. We'll get back to him. Monkey, was there anything that you were intending on doing? So there is 2,300 and no 2,450 left. So 2,450 left for the party. Um, Monkey, you haven't purchased anything, so I would say you would probably have first dibs on anything that you may want to buy with that 2,450. Um,
Okay.
and but
Well,
I would leave some for Cannibal when he comes back just to make sure.
okay, I will. It was Achilles, and he said Archilles.
Oh. I don't even remember it. Sorry. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not a big follower of the show. It's just they came around and said, "Hey, they're taping Wheel of Fortune at Navy Pier this year or this next couple weeks or whatever, and they're offering all the sailors of the year to go down there and try out." So there was like, I was a sailor year at my command, and there's like 14 tenant commands in Chicagoland area, and so 14 of us were invited to come down and try out. And out of everybody that I knew that was one of the sailors, I'm the only one that made the actual show that I know of. But yeah, it was kind of cool. But yeah, I'm not a big follower of it or anything like that. But that
Yeah,
had,
it was just on a. It was on a like the worst moments in game shows,
oh
and that was one
yeah.
of them. Yeah.
Okay, now
Okay,
you're gonna
so
make me find it.
Mhm.
All right,
here it is. Or it was the most funniest things I can't remember, but I
right.
think I'm gonna go with well, uh, obviously I'm a monk magic user, and I'm gonna be fighting a lot with my fists,
Yep.
and so um, if
Mm.
I were to need to like say we encounter something that requires a magical hit, does a monk have a magical hit with his fist,
No,
or
no. I don't even know if it is in first edition at a higher level. But no, definitely not at this level. I know you can't.
okay? Let's see. I don't see any darts on there.
You know what? If you want to have darts, then I would. Let me think. Where's the arrows at? I would say that the darts will be the same cost as a plus one arrow, plus two arrow, plus three arrow, etc.
Okay. Well, you know what? I think I better. Um. Well, let's see. Jay is saying that based on levels of monks, I could hit.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. But I don't think at
I
he's
don't think
fifth
I'm
level,
high
so I
enough.
don't think you are. But you might be. I don't know. And we'll have to look it up again. I'm still refamiliarizing myself with 1E rules and stuff. Jay's the go-to
Or take
expert.
5 darts, take 5 magical darts, and put them between my fingers and punch.
There you go.
um. Okay, I can hit plus one at fifth. Oh,
Nice.
cool. So then I don't need. So I'm just gonna take regular darts if I don't.
Okay, yeah,
I
then
guess.
that's the case. You don't have to spend any money to do that. So
All right, and then some healing. I guess I will use. What's the extra healing give you? 2 to 8 or?
yeah, it's a couple die eights or something like that. I'd have to look and see, but yeah,
Okay, I'll
it's
take one extra and two regular, and then I'll leave the rest to can. I think, or did I overspend?
no, you didn't. You had 2450 to spend. So the extra healing is how much?
800.
800.
800.
So it's 1600 I spent.
Yep. So you spent 1600. So that leaves 850 for Cannibal if he wants to spend any coin left. So all right, all right.
Nope, everything's too expensive.
What's that, sir?
I said everything's too expensive.
Okay.
If you need something magical, I will trade back whatever healing I need.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. All right. So
My God will provide me everything I need.
he will, because Pelor just rolls like that. All right. So Magic User Monk Brodus, you've got an extra healing potion and two regular healing potions. Um, Aethernalis, you have a Ring of Invisibility, which leaves you 2,500 gold um, to still spend unless you want to kick it back into Kitty. Um,
Did
Cannibal.
Sorry, I was going to ask, did anyone actually need help purchasing anything, or?
No, it doesn't seem like
All
it
right.
because everybody bought what they wanted and just put the rest back in the kitty. Um, Cannibal, you bought nothing because Paylor provides. Oblivion, you got plus one leather boots. I spelled it bow pots because I hit the P with the, instead of the O. Boots of Elvenkind, plus one longsword and a dagger, plus one, plus two versus small creatures. Valorius got the flame tongue, three healing, speed, extra heal, invisibility potions, and he also got the dagger. And Ronan, you ended up with plate, shield, longsword, all plus one, and a healing potion.
Correct.
And did I miss anybody or did I miss anything? That leaves you all, again, 850 gold with which to spend if anybody wants to take that 850 and buy additional healing or additional potions like the neutralize poison or climbing.
Something tells me a potion of climbing might come in handy here. If at
Don't
least one of us carries it.
don't know, don't know.
In
But
case we
there's
have to, scale something like in a keep, like
right.
walls or something.
Yep.
I'm
There's
just saying.
there's
Oh, yeah.
850 gold. There's a flying potion for 700 as well, right? So you could do the same thing. So
750, yeah.
I think my monkey climb walls.
it's true. So can the thief.
Yep.
So
Okay.
Oh, by the way, DM,
yes, sir.
I was going to mention to you if it's okay with you because of my characters, what I decided about my character's past.
Yes.
Would it be all right if my character, because his intelligence will allow it, knows dwarfish?
Uh. Hmm.
General idea that I had before was that he was the youngest son of a merchant family that dealt in jewelry,
Right. Okay.
and kind of got bored and ran a heist, and was thrown out of his house.
Okay.
But was a member of the household long enough, of course, to understand jewels, the family's connection to the like jewel trade from dwarves, etc.
Right. Let's see. So with your
I think it's two additional languages. I might be
yep,
mistaken.
you are correct. I was just verifying with an intelligence of 11, you can add two additional languages. Now, my rule has always been you're not fluent in those languages, but you're enough to decipher, kind of like you
Yeah,
know, understanding the basics and stuff. But you're not like you couldn't speak it fluently
yeah,
or whatever. So yeah, yeah, absolutely. If you wanted to add a couple of language on there, that's totally fine.
cool.
Modern day dwarf.
Yeah,
And I sent you the PDF of the sheet from D&D Beyond just so you had the stuff that I selected and whatnot.
Sweet. Appreciate that, sir.
Anything that doesn't apply, just ignore it or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
hey, when I send you my sheet, just mark off anything that doesn't work for you.
Yeah. Pretty much everything then. You're going in buck naked with a twig. All right. So it looks like we
So for
have
the
sorry.
for the 850 though, that if no one else wants it, could I just get a potion of flying?
Sure. As long
Thanks.
if nobody else cares, you're gonna take out of the 850 you have left, 750 is gonna be used to purchase a potion of
Potion of
flying.
flying, in case one of us needs a quick escape route.
Okay, I can see that.
Good idea.
All right,
Sounds good.
so that leaves 100. Nothing on here is 100, so you can use that to tip your waiter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think we're good. So, so everything we've covered, we've got our stats, we've got our classes and races, we've got our well, the only one that had to do a racial adjustment was our fighter magic user elf. Um, the only other thing I would say is on your character sheets, when you send them to me, make sure you have your checks on it. For example, petrification, poison, rod, staff, wand, all your
Yeah,
saving throws. Um, I'll put the stuff on here for because I got a sheet that I've got too. I'm just gonna kind of transcribe a lot of your stuff over to mine. But like your open doors, bend bars, lift gates, things like that. If you have that special ability or you've got whatever that happens to be. So The only other thing would be really nothing. I can't think of anything that we haven't done getting our characters put together. Um, I would just expect, preferably by Saturday, if you guys want to be lazy about it and go till Sunday, but I prefer by Saturday to have your character sheets, including um, your name, so that I can kind of update all the stuff that I have for the stream at least. So when we actually play, people can see. The other thing I was going to ask is I don't know. First, let me get rid of these pictures so I can see your smiling faces. Um, so I don't know if you would be willing to or not, but Monkey, would you be willing to create? Well, I guess yeah, create character portraits for those that don't want to stream on cam.
Yeah,
Um,
no problem.
so I don't.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, so I don't know if um, Aethernalis or Ronan are going to want to put their faces on cam when we actually play. Um, and I know Oblivion probably won't, um, but because he's the one that said that he'll break the internet, so we don't want to break the internet. Al Gore worked hard putting this together.
Yeah,
Um,
just send me a message on what things you want featured the most and kind of describe, and then I will do that.
yep, and then I'll that way because, like I said, I think it looks great with Brodus's picture up there, and then I'd like to get one of, and that way at least people can have something to look at instead of a green background screen and stuff. So cool. All right.
I was going to ask about all the stuff that you were saying to send. Um,
Yeah, just your character
What
sheet.
about special? Okay, special abilities and all
Yes,
those kinds of
yeah,
things.
stuff. I mean, just a straight character sheet. So whatever you think a player would need to play the character. Because, like I said, my intent is we're going to play through the adventure using these characters we've created, and barring anything majorly mishap, whether I significantly underrated the difficulty of the adventure, meaning you guys are way too low level, or the other way around. But I don't think so because when I first played through it, 20 years ago, it was pretty good. I thought so. Um, but anyway, I plan to take y'all's characters and make them as the playtest or as the pre-gen characters when I run this during GreyhawkCon. So, like I said, whatever you think I'm going to need, and it doesn't have to be a full blown sheet. It can just be the basic stats along with special abilities, equipment, and or spells, if you guys have spell casting ability. Um, I will tell you up front as we're going through the adventure. Again, if we find that there's no way you can complete some task without a particular item and or spell would have been handy, we can retrofit that spell into it if you have it available, right? So, for example, man, it would have been great to have a fireball here. Well, nobody took fireball, right? So um, now you have a fireball. So now let's see what happens with a fireball, and then we just make that adjustment on the fly so that whenever somebody plays the game for real, then at least they'll have everything they need to complete the adventure. But I really don't think you guys are missing anything. I think we've got just about everything we need. Um, but what I want to do is I'm going to actually read you. I know I gave a high level half-assed view when we first started, but I'm going to actually read you, and this is kind of the last thing that we really need to do, or I want to do. I want to read you the player background, um, just so that you guys kind of have an understanding where we're coming from and where we're at. So, and actually, too, when I'm done, I'll put up the map of the Miss March that. Um, so I want to give a shout out before I go on to Braggy. Those that have seen him I think he's in the Canon or in the Greyhawk Online Discord. I'm not sure if he's in Cannon Fire, but he actually reached out to me because he played this adventure with some friends of his, and I have another one that I wrote for the other OR Journal 10, that he needed maps for. And so he actually recreated all the maps from my chicken scratch from the initial OWARD journal. And he did a really good job on these maps. And so he redid the Miss Marsh, he redid the the ruins. He redid all the dungeon stuff to it. And so I really want to give a shout out to him and thank him for what he did, because not only did he do that, as he took the adventure and put it into a PDF, and it looks like a TSR published module. And then he sent me a copy of it, and I thought that was pretty badass. And he did the same thing with the other adventure, my Mines of Elsadel adventure. That he did the exact same thing and sent me a PDF once I got him the maps updated. So yeah, man. So it looks it's pretty sweet. So anyway, for the player background, it basically goes. Rumors of late tell tales of strange things going in the area of Blackwall Keep, 2 days east of the city of Greyhawk. Lord Damien Blackwall, noted warrior in the service of St. Cuthbert, has posted requests for men of virtue to aid his lordship in the eradication of a vile presence. These rumors have brought you to the tiny keep that borders the Mist Marsh. The keep has a small community inside, an inn, stable, a dozen or so merchants, and miscellaneous shops. However, it is the keep itself that dominates the town. Sir Jostin Corn, the watch commander, greets any person arriving at the keep in answer to the Lord Baron's summons, and he relays to you the following information. Recently, a large band of lizard-like creatures began raiding farms and settlements along the marshlands. Cunning and wicked, these beasts have attacked fishing boats, farmers, small caravans. Even bolder, a man and his wife were snatched from their very house that they farmed along the edge of the marsh. We've been hard pressed to keep the area protected, and the Lord Baron wants to end this plague once and for all. Find these marauding beasts and deal with them as you see fit. And they offer you a whopping 200 gold to put your life on the line out in the swamps. So that's kind of the background if this were to be dropped into a campaign. And like I said, the crux of the whole adventure is these ruins. So therefore, when we start our game, it's going to be assumed that you've been traipsing in the swamps for a couple of days when you stumble upon the ruins, and then we will kick off there, because that's how I intend to do it during the actual Greyhawk Con. So that is the background. That is where we will be kicking off next Monday whenever we get started. So, any questions?
And you think it's going to be just you think it's just going to be one session, Sean?
So that's my hope. To be honest, I don't know.
Okay.
My thought is, and that's why I wanted to do this in such a way that you didn't have to go traipsing through the swamp and do all the other stuff that I've got laid out in the swamp.
Right.
I wanted you to go right to the crux of the adventure, because that's where I'm going to be running it from, right? So, and that's why I want to play test, because during Greyhawk Con, typically everything that I've seen on these virtual cons, it's been 4 to 5 hours that people usually run the sessions, and so I want to be able to do it within that 4 to 5 hour time range. And so if something happens where we can't finish for whatever reason, either because of my lack of TMing skills, or something gets hung up that didn't work as expected, or whatever the case is, um, there may be a follow-up session the following Monday after that, if you guys are amenable to that. If not, it'll just be the one, right? Or we could bring everybody back, or anybody who can come back, and just sort of NPC those who can't come back, and just continue to kind of finish out the adventure, right? But I really hope we can get it within that one, because like I said, this whole playtest is going to tell me I might have to, even though in a campaign I would not have to, for a tournament style type of a setting, I would have to razor out, or the software term, sorry, we kind of cut out uh, um, some encounters that are fluff, that wouldn't be really necessary. I could just skip those during the actual event,
Right.
and this will kind of help me determine. All right, I need to get rid of all this crap, and so they can have enough time to get down and do what they need to do. So yeah, we're supposed to finish those games. Blah. That's Crimson Death saying, yeah. So yeah, so that's what my goal is. Best laid plans of mice and men never works out that way. Adam can attest to the fact that we spend seven sessions on we have a 4 hour session or a 4 hour adventure plan, then it usually spreads out across 6 or 7 sessions.
One
But
eternity later.
yeah, but it is what it is, right? So yeah, so that's kind of my goal. Um, any questions that you guys have? Because I definitely appreciate y'all taking your time to kind of do this tonight and help, give me a little audience for a new stream starting up and stuff like that. So um, if you guys don't have any questions, I really don't have any other things that we need to cover character wise, unless you guys have something you want to cover with your character you think I missed. Um,
Mm.
speak now.
For just your general items, you want a list of that too, right? Like a
Yeah, yeah, just
clothes
so I have an
backpack.
idea. Yeah, exactly, right. So, because I'm
Yeah,
gonna again, getting into a tournament style, it doesn't really matter. But I just think of it as if you were to get a character sheet handed to you at some campaign you joined at a convention. What would you hope that character had? Because there's you're gonna
right,
need mundane stuff, right? You're gonna need maybe
right.
rope. You're gonna need rations. You can kind of say yes or no, but I mean, you're definitely going to want things that you think are going to help you get through a marshland, get through ruins. What do you think those ruins are going to be like when you get there? You know what I mean? Um,
Yeah,
the climbing thing was a perfect example when the potion of climbing, when Ronan talked about that, right?
Mhm.
Same thing, right? Um,
But the push to the
maybe.
flying is a lot more versatile.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm just saying is you know what I mean. So when you're putting
Yeah.
your mundane list together, don't forget, you might have to use something in a 10-foot pole. We used to say it all the time. I never go anywhere without my pole. I learned that in Keep on the Borderland. Those pit traps sucked. Never I'll never go anywhere without a
Mm-hmm.
10-foot pole. So yeah. So yeah, just something. And again, the format of your character sheet could care less. Whatever's comfortable for you, send it to me, and I'll just transcribe it into mine.
How do
Um,
we send it to you?
any way you want. If you have a file that you want to drop in Discord, you can do that. If you want to email it to me, I'll send you my email. You can send it to email, however you want.
Okay.
So, like I said, I've got all your stuff character wise in a little text file that I call players, right? Just as in my notes, right? But I'm going to actually make nice little one sort of like a stat block version of your character sheet that I could then give to you as if you were one of these players that's going to be playing in the Greyhawk console. Cool.
cool.
Thanks everyone for turning up and watching.
Yes, I definitely I
Thank
remiss
you
with
all.
saying that, especially Lord Kazumba giving us his blessing as he comes through all the way from Altamira.
Mhm.
It's a long trip going across there. You got to go through the sus and everything to get to us, man. So he definitely had his work cut out for him to make it here on time. But I definitely appreciate it. Next week, hopefully, to be a little more exciting, a little more rough and tumble, a little more battle centric. See what you guys are made of. Hopefully it'll be good. So yeah, man. If you guys got nothing else, I think we can call it a night because I was expecting about 2 hours or hour and a half to 2 hours. We actually spent 2.5, and probably the first 20 minutes of that was once again me trying to figure out why my audio went bad shit again. I think it's my mic. I really think it's my mic, man. I think I got to get a new headset or
Yeah.
something because I don't know what was going on. But all right,
If
guys,
you're
what's up?
if you're looking for some stream quality stuff, hit me up. I know a few good options.
Yeah. So yeah. So for those of you that are in the chat, I definitely appreciate you guys all showing up, giving your support. Next week we'll actually kick off the adventure, and hopefully it'll go a lot better than tonight went to start off. So we'll talk to
Hopefully, it
you.
won't be a TPK.
Oh, I don't think I've ever TPK. No, wait, I've done it like a dozen times, so I lied.
Yeah.
Is it a
G123.
is it a TPK if I run away? Does that count as a total party kill?
No, no, it is not. Yep, and Charlie knows when I
Oh.
was running G1, 2, and 3 on Charlie and I, just as a backstory, we go way back for play by post over a site called Rondax Portal. And so one of the first adventures I ran there was against, or not against the Giants, but the Hill Giants, setting at the Hill Giants,
I remember.
because I was running it as a 2E game and stuff. And so I did that, and then nobody made it through that one, so I said, screw it, I'm going to start a new adventure at G2. same thing happened. First encounter, boom. They didn't even get into the upper level before they got wiped out by a dragon and yeti. So yeah, it
Jumped
was.
it forward to fire giants, and yeah, we
Yep,
got
yep,
something.
yep, yep, exactly. Eventually, we'll make it through one of these. Damn it. So
Yeah.
anyway, kumquats are all gonna.
Don't give up.
That's awesome. All right, guys, we
Yeah.
will talk to you all later. We definitely appreciate it. So I'm just going to leave the stream ending for a minute or so, and then we're out of here. See you
All right.
later,
Have a
guys.
good night,
All right.
guys.
All right,
Bye, Aaron.
Have a good
Peace out.
night,
Goodbye.
everybody.
All right.
Take care, all.
Night, everybody.
Good
Yep.
night.
I'll be
We'll
here.
see everybody in Great Chat.
Yep.